Testing. Gang's all here. Alright, Ruben will be joining us in a few. So let me get Jay on. Hey, Kyle.
Yo.
Yo, yo.
What's up?
Beat. I am beat.
Beat? Like a drum?
Beat like my dick. Oh, no.
Jesus.
Well, close to it. So, like, today and tomorrow at my job, I'm taking some class that I have to take, like, every 2 years for, like, some... I guess like some cybersecurity shit. I forgot what the fuck it is, but
right.
So today and tomorrow I have to go to class from 8 to 5, and I mean, luckily it isn't all the way till 5. I guess that's just projected until 5.
Mm-hmm.
But today we got out around like 2-ish, and then tomorrow is going to be the actual test. But it's open book, and hopefully we should be out, earlier. And it counts as a full work day.
Right.
So we don't have to actually go back to work. And I'm off Friday, so awesome.
Oh, sweet. It's
and,
nice.
Tomorrow I got the tickets for the new Evil Dead movie.
Okay. I'm mildly excited about it.
Right.
Mildly excited. I mean, I'm not expecting... I don't have high... I'll say I have moderate expectations for it. You know what I mean? So...
Right. I get you. I mean, I know everyone that's seen it loves it. It is getting like really good reviews from critics and audiences, and it's being called like a legit horror movie.
Yeah,
like an old school like horror movie. I've never seen the original Evil Dead.
Oh wow!
Like Evil Dead. How I was gonna say House of Darkness, not House of Darkness. No.
Yeah, like Evil Dead, like 1982. Or 81. I'm sorry, it's 81. 81.
Yeah, Army of Darkness, and there was a third one, right?
Army of Darkness was the third one. Evil Dead 2 was 87.
Okay.
So the Evil Dead and Evil Dead 2, like, in some aspects, was a remake of the first Evil Dead. Especially like the beginning of it. It was like nearly shot for shot.
Right.
Then you have Evil Dead. I'm sorry, Army of Darkness in '92, which was like a comedy, pretty much.
I saw the remake, the one that came out in 2013.
Yeah.
Saw that. I rewatched it yesterday, and that shit's gory as fuck. like it's uncomfortably gory. I thought it was okay. But yeah, this.
Have you seen Dead Alive before?
Yeah, that's Guillermo, right?
Yeah, that's
Peter
like
Jackson.
Yeah, Peter Jackson. Yeah,
I saw a clip of it, but I haven't actually watched the movie.
Yeah, super gory.
Yeah, Peter Jackson. A lot of directors have a horror past. Like they got their start in horror, like Sam Raimi, like we just mentioned. Started out with the Evil Dead movies, and then he did Spider-Man.
Yeah.
And, Peter Jackson, with the Lord of the Rings, did, like you just said, Dead Alive. He also did The Frighteners. You ever seen that?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, that, Frighteners,
Steven Spielberg and Jaws.
And Jurassic Park.
Yeah. I don't really... Do you really consider Jurassic Park a horror?
I consider it a monster movie.
I consider it a monster movie, yes. It's similar to like a Godzilla or a King Kong. But I don't really and some people consider King Kong a horror, which I can see, but I don't really understand.
Well, I mean, horror is subjective.
True.
Kind of like how we were the discussion from like a few weeks ago where we said, wrestling is subjective.
Yeah, very true, very true. Like Shaq Fu's a horror movie to me, you know what I mean? Oh, not Shaq Fu. That's a horror video game. Kazam.
That's a horrible movie.
And that's very, very horrific.
I mean, you have ghosts, you have demonic, you have thrillers, you have artsy, and then monster. Whatever scares the shit out of us, that's horror.
Yeah.
But I mean, as a little kid watching Jurassic Park, that was freaky. Because the dinosaurs look realistic. That's how fucking scary it was.
Yeah.
But yeah. I mean, I've always been a big horror guy. Still am. I will go out of my way to watch a new horror movie if it looks interesting to me. But I know you're into like the old school classics.
Oh yeah, I actually watched Dracula last night.
Dracula.
1931, Bela Lugosi Dracula, not the Francis de Coppola of that. I mean, that movie's okay, but
yeah, I mean, we all love Keanu, but Keanu's just not a good actor.
Yeah.
But well, apparently, the director wanted Johnny Depp in that role.
Yep.
But the studio wanted a bigger name, so that's why they got Keanu.
I think they were probably mildly the same at the time because Johnny Depp came off with 21 Jump Street,
right?
And Keanu did, he was obviously Bill and Ted, and Point Break. And so yeah, I guess Keanu was a big actor at the time because he did do Point Break, which was like a huge action movie in like 91. And Bram Stoker's Dracula was in 92. So, yeah, I guess he was a bigger star at that particular time.
Right. I mean, Johnny Depp was kind of on the come-up, because when did What's Eating Gilbert Grape come out?
93, I want to say.
So it was like right after Bram Stoker's Dracula, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I guess from a studio perspective, you want a bigger star. It's one of those things like I get it. But all right. Let's see. So on the docket, not really anything like big news wise. I mean, I have a few things to talk about. And we can also talk about Raw, of course. Well, what do you have on you?
I have a lot. I have a lot of different news stories. Obviously, the biggest news story of the last couple weeks has been the whole CM Punk situation. Couple of other random ones from WWE and AEW, and one Japan story, and yeah.
All right. No, Ruben did say he will come on in a bit, so you want to start already? Do you want to wait for Ruben?
It's whatever you want, man. I'm good for either. So,
all right. Let's see. I got the NBA playoffs on. We can talk about that for a little bit. So, Draymond Green suspended for Game 3 in Golden State.
I wonder what took the NBA that long to do that.
A lot of people are shocked that he's been suspended. Like, do you really think that's really that shocking?
For that in today's NBA, no. Now, if this was 2001, then obviously it would just be an ejection. That's it. You know what I mean? But like 2023 NBA is like you get suspended for for fucking yelling at the referee too much. You know what I mean? So,
which he does a lot.
Yeah, well, just in theory, not just him, but a lot of players talk to the referee, and I'm just surprised that I'm not surprised they got suspended, but yeah.
I mean, I guess they're looking for a reason. They kind of found the right reason.
I mean, he stepped on him and he used him as a platform. I mean, that's I mean, it wasn't just a thing of like, oops, I stepped on you by accident. Like you'll use full force on Sabonis's chest, right, to the point where he had to get X-rays after the game. So, I think it was well deserved for him to be suspended, and they're already down 0-2, so
If they lose a series, and it kind of looks that way, I think they're getting rid of him after this season. Like, there's no ifs, ands, or buts about that. But
I mean, I think he wants to leave. I mean, I don't think it's just, the Warriors getting rid of him. I think he actually wants to leave. So he wants to. I'm not saying he wants to go play with LeBron, but I know him and LeBron are close. So maybe he'll join the Lakers. I'm not sure.
Which I find that funny because he got suspended from the NBA Finals because he called LeBron a bitch. Or no, I think he hit him in the balls and then he called him a bitch.
I don't know about the bitch part, but I know that he did him in the nuts, and it looked to be egregious.
Yeah, you're probably right about he wants to leave. It's not just on one side; it's mutual. But
yeah.
Where the fuck is Ruben at? All right, we'll start. Let me do the intro. 3, 2, 1. Hey, what's going on, guys? It is Wednesday. It's 8:09 p.m. Central Time. It is another episode of the Drew Yari Show. I am Drew, and with me, as always,
Justin from Spinebuster Tees and SpinebusterTees.com.
And Ruben Prime from the Ruben Prime podcast will be joining us momentarily. But what's going on with you, man? How is the Spinebuster Tees store going?
Great, man. Great. It's really, really, really good. I'm gonna have a local faction come cut a promo in my store this weekend in their full makeup and gear. So yeah, that's gonna be pretty cool. They're called the End of the World Party.
I know them.
So, yeah. So. So talked to Corvus and to Ash, and they came in and we discussed some business stuff, and they're like, oh yeah, would you mind if we cut a promo on your show? I said, no, not at all. So just let me know. And they said probably most likely Saturday. This Saturday come. I was like, yeah, for sure. So we'll make it work. So that's going on, and man, just been out on the hunt looking for new figures. This new Paul Heyman Legends figure, Target exclusive, is a bitch to find because I think what's going on right now is that it was in so demand online with the pre-orders, and my dumbass didn't get to pre-order it. I don't know why I didn't get to pre-order it, but So I have every other figure. So I have the Samoan SWAT team or the Head Shrinkers plus Hulk Hogan, WCW Hulk Hogan. Ooh. Now I just need Paulie Dangerously. And I can't find them anywhere at any Target whatsoever. So this motherfucker is going to be hard to find. And right now he's online for $50. And I'm not paying $50 for a $20 figure. Because if I paid $50, that means I got set at $60, which is stupid. I'm not going to do that. So.
I mean, I obviously don't know shit about sales or like retail or anything, but like, why would it be a bad thing to sell it for more?
Because it's a $20 figure.
Or actually, let me rephrase the question: why would you need to sell it for more?
Well, to make profit. Why would I buy something for $50 and just sell it for $50? I'm not making any money at that point. Might as well not even buy it. You know what I mean? So that's why I want to try to find it in store, so that way I can get a profit, because with me making money in the store, which is good, I like it. I still got to buy more figures, you know what I mean, and the goal is to grow the business. You know what I mean? I won't grow the business if I buy a figure online that's $45, $50 plus taxes in some cases, maybe in some shipping as well, just to resell it at $60 to $75. There's no figures out there justifiably for $60 to $75. With the exception, the only brand new figure right now that you can justify that for is the brand new Cody Rhodes Elite 101 figure, because that's his first figure since coming back to WWE, the Elite style. Right. You know what I mean? And people are paying for that, right? like in reality, like if I buy a Paul Heyman figure for, let's say, $25 at Target, right? I'll probably put it at, maybe 35 to $40. You know what I mean? So that way, it's a profit, but it's less expensive than what you see online. So that's my my search continues. So it's been an everyday grind.
I mean, you think somebody wouldn't want to pay money for a Paul Heyman figure, or especially like an old school one?
It's not that. There's the market that you have to make sure, because I want to be fair to people as well, right? I want to justify why the price is at the price, right? You know what I mean? And most people know the value of these figures already, right? So I'm not gonna be fooling by like, oh, this Paul Heyman figure is $85, and like, oh, we're gonna pay it. You know what I mean? Most of the people are, they know about these figures, right? It's just that if some of these people who are like me are again not looking to find it, they can at least find it in my shop for, maybe not at retail for like $25, but hey, it's a little bit more. It's a little bit more money. But however, online, if they go on eBay, like if you like, I can look it up real quick. So look at that. So it was actually the Paul E. Dangerously, from his when he was in the Dangerous Alliance, and he has like the ECW hat, as well. So right now it's sold out on Target completely, but there's this one website that's selling it for $39.99. So that's about fair. That's about fair. But on Macari, I'm seeing one for $51. I'm seeing eBay for $54.99, $49, $57. Like, so these people are selling it online. There's a lot of people who sell these figures who don't like wrestling. They just, they sell action figures, but they don't like wrestling. They just know what's new and like, oh, let me just overprice it. And B, I'm not gonna pay that fucking much for that figure. That it may end up sitting on my shelf for a while because no one wants to pay that amount of money for a brand new figure that just came out this past week. You know what I mean? So, like I said, like it's a business at the end of the day, and I just got to make sure that I'm doing what's right for the business. The only figure, like I said, that will go for a good amount of money right now is a Cody Rhodes figure. That's it. Anything else like over like $40 is definitely pushing it for the most part for brand new figures. I'm not talking about like older figures. I'm talking about some that just came out on shelves like this past week type of thing.
How much is the Cody one?
So the Cody one retail, if you can find it, you're not gonna find it retail as of yet. So it's not gonna be in retail. But if you go to like Ringside Collectibles, they were selling for $40. So in most, but here's the thing though, it's a hit or miss type of thing. So you can go on Ringside and you can have that shit backward to like fucking July or fucking, you know what I mean, or in some cases I saw like early August as well. Some people are going online right now on eBay selling the Cody Rhodes figure close to $100. I'm selling mine. I have one in shop right now, only one, and I'm selling it for about $75. So, so I don't want to sell over what's on eBay, because like if I'm overcharging on eBay, like compared to eBay, you might as well just buy it on eBay. You know what I mean? But if you see it online, you're like, oh, it's $40, but oh damn, it's backward to July. Oh, my son's birthday is in May the 15th. Some people may end paying that one for $70. So again, it's just a matter of it's definitely supply and demand. But at the end of the day, though, you gotta be smart with your funds, because I only have so much money I can spend on figures. Plus my other bills as well that I got to worry about. I got to worry about the leasing, the leasing space that I got to pay for. I got to worry about my cell phone bill and my, so I got to worry about all those other things as well that I have to put together. And right now I'm doing really, really well, but at the same time as well, I don't want to become a situation where I just start saying like, oh, that's $75. Oh, let me just buy it. I'll just put out $100. No one's gonna, do that and buy that. You know what I mean? I want to make sure that I'm giving people fair deals. Like the cheaper I can get the figure, the better I can, price it. I'll give you another example, right? Found Razor Ramon Ultimate Edition today at Walmart. Mm-hmm. Also, not Walmart. I'm sorry, Target. And usually the Ultimate Editions are $35, right? Mm-hmm. Brand new Razor Ramon figure, just like the Polydators. They just came out on shelves maybe about the last week or so. They had at Target, they had an online sticker pricing on there only for $24. So instead of me selling it for $50, I could probably sell it for $40, right? And which is only $5 more than retail. So and if someone can't find it in a Target, right, I can still get a good, $15 profit off of it, and for someone to pay only $5 more than a retail price. So, you know what I mean? So I just want to make sure, like I said, I'm getting people fair deals out there and making sure I'm being smart with what I'm doing, because I can easily put it for $60 or whatever, but I don't want to do that because I don't want to, make it seem like I'm ripping people off, which I'm not. You know what I mean? I want to make sure that I'm giving people a fair shake. So, but yeah.
You're taking their money and do the Ted DiBiase laugh?
Yeah, well, I do. Well, I do that. I do that on my drive home, but no one needs to know that.
Money. Oh, and Ruben's here. What's up, Rube?
Yo, what's going on?
What's up?
Remember, gentlemen, everyone has a price. Maniacal laughter.
For the $1 million man.
Yes, sir.
But I was going to ask Justin. So, I think you might have already answered the question. But what's the most expensive thing you sell in your shop?
So, I'll tell you my most expensive action figure, my most expensive train card, and my most expensive pop. Uh-huh. So my most expensive action figure, I actually probably just got today. I got two of them in shop actually. I have a Macho Man Randy Savage, Defining Moments Elite, WrestleMania 7. That's probably going for about 125. Today, someone just brought in a tote, and it was a Shockmaster. San Diego Comic-Con exclusive from 2016. That's probably about 100 to 125 as well. Ooh. I'm seeing it online going for even more, but the box is kind of banged up, and I don't want to sell a figure that's not in perfect condition for a perfect condition price. My most expensive train card is you've seen it, the Stone Cold Steve Austin Chronicles Hall of Fame card. That's a $300 card there.
Oh my! And
my most expensive Funko Pop is AJ Lee, which was WWE Online exclusive, and that one was released right before she got released from WWE. So it was an online exclusive only. It was when Funko Pops wasn't really being popularized as yet, because it was 2015. And she just got released from WWE when these pops came out, so that's a $400 Funko Pop there.
Jesus,
yeah, $400.
That's like my car payment.
Yeah, so
wow.
So those are my three most expensive. And just for giggles, I have a few $50 8x10s as well. So like Harley Race. I have a 2-pack that I'm selling for with Scarlet and Karrion Kross, two different 8x10s. And I have a couple other ones as well. I have New Jack, a New Jack 8x10 I'm selling for $45. So yeah, a lot of good stuff for sure.
Lots of good stuff. We have lots of topics to talk about.
Yeah, let's talk about them.
We can talk about the most recent one. So this is on f4wonline.com. WWE. Oh, there you go. WWE reaches deal to allow wrestlers back on Twitch. According to a report from Fightful Select, WWE and the video game streaming platform reached a deal that will allow WWE talent to broadcast on the platform with almost no restrictions. However, one restriction that does exist is that WWE talent would need permission to bring performers from other companies on their streams. Revenue earned will be split three ways between WWE, the talent, and Twitch, with the talent and Twitch receiving the majority of what is generated. WWE banned its performers from third-party platforms such as Cameo and Twitch in the fall of 2020. This led to the public spat between the company and Zelina Vega, who was released by WWE that November, but she would eventually return on July of 2021. I mean, yes, it's pretty big deal. I mean, we all know about the that controversy of when WWE banned, their wrestlers from, or their performers, employees from going on Twitch, which I thought that was stupid. I mean, this happened during the pandemic. Guys and girls needed something. They needed something to make a little cash on the side, especially if they weren't doing much. So I mean, I never really. Go ahead.
No house shows, no autograph signings, so they had to get revenue another way, and of course WWE is like, nope, whatever money you're making, you gotta give that over. You gotta fork that over.
Right. It's just like, what's the big deal? Just let them play video games, let them broadcast it, let them make a little money. Like Ruben said, no house shows, no extra revenue from like merchandise. Well, I mean, I'm pretty sure they were still getting like merchandise money, but not as much, especially with like the no house shows and no fans and the attendance that were able to go to, the merchandise table and get some good merch. So I'm glad this is back. I'm glad they reached a deal. It's a good thing. And I thought it was interesting how they mentioned that they need permission to bring in talent from other companies. But I don't know. We'll get into that later. But like Justin, what do you think about this?
I mean, it's just another stream of revenue. I'm just glad that WWE sees the good what this can do for their wrestlers, right? It increases morale for sure, right? And also as well, it can promote your company in a weird way, because there's a lot of people on Twitch that may end up finding, whoever's streaming, like for example, Zelina Vega, right? They may end up finding Zelina Vega on Twitch because, they like the game that she's playing, or they like, her cosplays or whatnot. May not even watch wrestling, right? May not even know that she's a wrestler until, they start getting to know her, like, oh, she's a wrestler? She's in, okay, that's cool. WWE, okay, that's cool. Okay, maybe I'll start watching her on there and see what she does on there, you know what I mean? Because obviously a lot of people like her. And this may end up creating, more traction for the product, right? More viewership. So, to me, it's a positive thing at the end of the day. You know what I mean? Now, the only negative thing that can come out of it is that for the, not necessarily disgruntled, but for the guys who are not making as much money in WWE, they probably could be making more money on Twitch. They can see that as to leave WWE, or ask for their release because they're making more money on Twitch. So, I guess that's why WWE wants a cut, to prevent that, which is understandable, because you gotta protect your business at the end of the day, which is WWE. So I kind of understand that, and that's probably the reason why they went back with this, like, hey, let's get a cut of your thing. But, so yeah. But at the end of the day, though, looking at it from the outside in, I think it's a very positive thing for the talent who does like to stream on Twitch, and increases morale in the company, right? Only if Adam Cole would have stayed for a couple more years, right? His hair would have been cut, he would have been a manager, but hey, could have been on Twitch again.
Oh man, my thoughts on it. Yeah, my thoughts on all this. It's about damn time, and I get, at the end of the day, WWE is a corporation, and they gotta, get revenue, but to ban it, from the word jump was kind of asinine. It was really dumb, when they could have done this and went about it in a way where it didn't alienate people and leave people with a sour taste in their mouth. And they could have done this, but again, back in the before time, the time that we will not speak of, because that was a fever dream. It didn't happen. We went through a wormhole, went through a time portal.
It never happened.
Yeah, 2020 2020 what? It didn't happen.
Was
but,
it the Jericho match where he beat Triple H and then they decided to overturn it? The match never happened.
Exactly. But yeah, like I think it's a good thing overall. It's in my opinion and everyone else's opinion. Listen to this right now. It shouldn't been banned, and WWE is starting to get ahead with the times. They understand that they have, they got things like YouTube. They got, other social media platforms that they promote themselves. So they figured, hey, like what Justin said, just a bit ago, that, hey, why not? Let's put out just let our superstars, performers, stream on Twitch, and they could promote, the upcoming pay-per-view or upcoming, live event, so on and so forth, and it will bring in revenue. And who doesn't like more money? I think that if this was done a while ago, people wouldn't have had, the bitch, they wouldn't have been upset. But I'm glad that they did it. And I mean, I'm kind of glad that they ban it, because Adam Cole staying there, cutting his hair, and then being a mouthpiece for what's his name, for Keith Lee. God,
you mean Wizard? You mean the Wizard Man?
Yeah. I was gonna call him Bearcat Keith Lee, but yikes! I've seen a bit of him on AEW, and I'm like, Jesus. Like, I still go back to when he said, "Oh, poor Walter." They changed his name, and now look, like, and I love Keith Lee, but I think being over there was not a game changer. Being over there kind of hurt him. But that's neither here or there. But to just wrap this up, I'm glad that they lifted the banning suspension, and they allowing WWE superstars to stream on Twitch. And there's another platform called Kick. I don't know if you heard about that, but yeah, that's another stream platform that's on the rise, and a lot of people that used to stream on Twitch are getting on Kick, and I think it's a good thing. More competition, especially how Twitch is handling things, and that's a whole nother can of beans there. But I think that healthy competition is always good, and let's see. I really do miss like people streaming on other platforms, because you get that authentic side from them, and you don't see the machine behind a lot of these people. It's just like, hey, like I'm playing Mario, I'm playing Splatoon or whatever. So that's good on all ends.
Yeah, I mean, just there's people that are still convinced that Vince is back in charge. I mean, we've been back and forth about this. He's in charge of the business side of things. That's just my theory, and Triple H is running the show, essentially. I mean, there's a report that came out where I think like Nick Khan sent a letter to everybody all the talent, saying Triple H is still in charge of creative. So
I don't want to get into a debate about that, but that man's lied on TV. He's lied to the talent. Like I don't take that as stock value at all. Like don't believe these suits just because they're saying it, right? If they were to go on TV and say, oh yeah, we give money to the poor and we take from the rich. I don't believe that for a second. You know what I mean? So don't believe these suits at the for what they're saying. You know what I mean? You gotta take that as face value, in my opinion, at least.
I look at the show and I just see a very Triple H run show in a sense.
Oh yeah, for sure.
I'm
just saying
show.
that.
Yeah.
I'm just saying that from on the side of like, right. If Vince wants to get something changed, he will get that shit changed immediately. So yes, Triple H is running creative, but don't get comfortable of Triple H running creative, because that shit can change on a dime, and we saw that the night after WrestleMania. It was a completely different show.
Yeah, I don't believe Triple H is like really in charge. The whole stint of him being, a few months, 8-9 months or so that he was in control of creative, that was just a PR move. So while Vince McMahon was, behind the scenes, getting the cell ready for, Endeavor, yeah, Triple H was playing house. At the end of the day, we can say that Vince is, running the business end, but how he got back into WWE was very hostile. And it's like, if I see you running it good, then I want to take it back. It's like a kid with a toy. You had a toy, you play with it for a while, you get bored, you move on to something else, and then you see someone else that went and took the toy that you discarded, and they're taking better care of it, they're having fun with it, they're having more imagination with it. And then the person that originally had that toy, they're saying like, oh, I don't want that. I don't want that person having fun and being more imaginative and more, just doing more with the toy that I had. Like, I want it back. And that's exactly what we're seeing now with Vince McMahon. He's in creative. Like, he's behind Gorilla. Triple H is behind Gorilla, but Triple H is right next to him. So, that there's.
I honestly think that Vince ain't there, but because he hasn't been at Raw since Mania. He hasn't been there. However, he's only a short, Skype call away. So I'm pretty sure he's observing things from home for sure.
Oh yeah, if he's not there, he's a phone call away. 100%. And the thing, like, you see, I saw people just tune out of Raw after an hour and a half, and the asinine booking that they're doing with Cody. I'm just like, yo, he got just beat the fuck up at the Raw after Mania by Brock Lesnar, and then he comes back the following week, no scratches, not a mark on him. He's smiling, and I'm like, you just got the hell kicked out of you like twice. Like, you got beaten up so bad, Cody, that I felt that ass whooping from all the way from the other side of the coast.
Well, he was selling the ribs. He was still selling the ribs because you saw his hand like over his stomach. So like he was selling, getting his ass beat. I guess his whole demeanor is like, I don't necessarily hate it, but I don't know. I mean, it's not like with Rob Van Dam, where when he was in TNA and Abyss, like pretty much like cut out his insides, and Rob Van Dam just like, yo, dude, I'm like mad. I mean, that sounds like Matt Riddle, but you get what I mean. But with Cody, it's
same
like
difference.
I guess with Cody, his is more just like, I can either bitch about it or I can do something about it. You know what I mean? Because like,
I get that.
I mean, would you rather Cody come out and be like, Brock hurt me? Or like, he's just like, okay, my daddy didn't raise me to be a little whiner. I'm going to come out and get mine, so I'm going to challenge Brock. That's the biggest, baddest dude in the yard. So, prison mentality is dumb, let's say.
Of course. No, there's nothing wrong with that. Like, I'm all for, like, I've been one of the proponents of Cody going through some sort of adversity, because like we talked about, as soon as he came back, he got the number 30 spot at the Mania. Yeah, he had that match, little like mini match within the Rumble with Gunther, which was very good. I would like to see that match, if it's for the title. Well, definitely for the title. But obviously, his road to WrestleMania was like tame. He didn't get jumped. He didn't get attacked from behind. He won all his matches leading up to Mania, and people were upset, like, oh, he should have won. Like, they made it seem like he was going to win. It's like, I mean, yeah, but he didn't go through much. He didn't get jumped. He didn't go through the ringer, and that's because he got injured. If he didn't get injured, 1,000%, he would have been. He would have had that. Like, things would have been changed around, and the plans that they originally had for him we would have seen it in place. But because of the whole pec tear, of course, he was off TV, and then they, Sami Zayn got over, and we had the story with Sami Zayn, and that was like the hottest thing. He was the hottest babyface. So things happen, but at the same time, with this whole thing, like leading up to it, and then afterwards, like there was so much story leading up to Mania, but now nothing makes sense. Like, why Lesnar attacked Cody? Why did Cody just went on the tear on 40, 50, 90 security guards on Monday Night Raw, like he had the Starman.
I like that.
The superstar from Mario Brothers. I was just like, yo.
I agree with Ruben. Like, that was a little bit too much for Cody there. Like it's not. I know it's wrestling or whatnot, but like there has to be like some type of realism, like to hold him back at least. You know what I mean? Like,
right.
I just hate that. I that's one of my biggest tropes I hate in wrestling is that like security guards, like you get like 10 security guards to hold back one guy, right?
Yep.
You mean to tell me that they can't just simply hold, like in real life? I don't give a fuck who you are. 10 grown men can hold back one guy.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, even Brock Lesnar, and if this is a real shoot, grab his legs, grab his arms, and you know what I mean. And there's only so much you can do, right? But they make it seem like they make it seem like these 10 security guards are like foot soldiers or like the Pay Patrol from Power Rangers. Like they're just like so weak. So I get what they're doing with Cody. I understand it, but it's just one of the tropes that I personally don't like in wrestling. To where it's like, oh well, it could have been anybody. It could have been Cody. It could have been Roman. It could have been Cena. It could have been Hulk Hogan. It doesn't matter. Like it's to me, it looks dumb.
So basically, gave him the Cena treatment. Basically, they gave him the Cena treatment.
Yeah, just the idea of Cody going crazy because Brock just beat his ass and isn't really telling him why and just making him,
that's fine.
I liked it. I don't have a problem with it. It's just I kind of agree with you. Like I was kind of back and forth with the segment on Monday because me and Ruben were actually recording on Mondays, and while we were recording, that segment was happening. I'm just like, okay, this is interesting. Like, just the whole notion of it took that many guys to hold down Cody. I mean, Cody's not a small guy, but he's not a big guy. And, in real life, even if it's Brock Lesnar, that many people can at least hold him back. But
yep.
I mean, I like when Brock came out and just dressed up as like an evil cowboy, as I called it.
Like Mr. X from Resident Evil 2.
There you go. And he's just like waving at Cody like, you're not going to do shit, bitch. So I like the idea of, Cody going crazy because, Brock's living in his head rent free. But the whole thing with like Adam Pearce being like, "You're not medically cleared. I can't clear you," and then he's like, "Okay, I'll give you the match with Brock," and then he just beats the shit out of like every security guy. I'm like, maybe that's going too far. Too far? Question mark, as I'll describe it. But I mean, nonetheless, I'm looking forward to the match. It'll be an attraction. I don't know if it'll be a great match or maybe necessarily a good... I mean, it'll probably be one of the better matches we'll see Brock have because it's Cody. But it'll be an attraction of a match because, win or lose, this is a hurdle for Cody to further garner more sympathy for him and to really set him up as a world champion down the line. And, I just saw a quote from his brother Dustin, who was on Busted Open Radio. He says he likes the fact that WWE is making him earn it. And he said he's being shot to the moon right now, and that's great. That's good for him. I hope he's happy, and finally he gets that big one that Dad never got. I never won a world title, but there's a little jealousy on my part because, man, why can't I get that? You know what I mean? But it's okay. It's not like a bad jealousy thing. I'm extremely proud of him. I wish him the best. and he's going to be the world champion. I know it. I don't know when, but he's going to be the world champion. And yeah, it's pretty much it. Like they're making him pay for it now. They're going to make him earn it, and I like that. I do. I like that because once you put the title on him, where are you going? Which it's funny because Justin said that when we were doing our Mania review, where it's like, if you put the title on him, then what? Yep. You got to make him earn it, and it makes sense because I'm surprised because there's a lot of wrestling figureheads, historians like Cornette, Bischoff, and a few others that were really surprised that Cody didn't win on WrestleMania. They're like, he should have won it. I think Flair and Jeff Jarrett said the same thing, and I'm surprised because no disrespect, they're supposed to be the experts, and it's just us normies on here saying maybe he should lose and then struggle a little bit and then win it eventually.
Yep.
And come to think of it, I think Cornette kind of maybe came around because when he was doing the review for the Dustin biography episode, that's when he started to put two and two together because Cody was on it and talking about how Dustin was a big fan of Dusty was a big fan of the chase, because Dusty was losing for months and months to Flair and the Four Horsemen when he finally won. So then he realized maybe that's what Cody's doing right now. So, but since we're on the topic, we can talk about Raw for a little bit. The show had a great opening because you had two of the biggest factions in the company, the Bloodline and Judgment Day, form an unholy alliance, so to speak. I know that night it was Solo and Ray, which that was a pretty good match. I liked it. I don't know. What'd you guys think about the match?
It was good.
I didn't catch Raw. I didn't catch Raw. Just the Cody and Brock segment that I saw, and Trish Stratus, just that segment. That's pretty much it.
Right. So it's funny because Rhea and Solo are just staring each other down to the point where Paul Heyman tells Jay, "Can you switch places with your brother?" And then Solo moves to where Paul is, and then Rhea gets right in front of Finn so she can get next to Solo and just stare him down. and then Heyman just is like, "Is there a problem between you two?" And then Rhea's just like, "Not yet." Or I think she said not yet or for now or whatever. So they're still playing off the bit that they did a few months ago. So that was cool. Something that was kind of funny where when Heyman was making the alliance with Judgment Day, he shakes Damian Priest's hand. And Finn Balor just looks at it like, "You're shaking his hand, not mine?" So that could set up a possible, a feud with a breakup, getting Finn out of the Judgment Day, which, I don't know, I've been saying it for a while. I mean, I know I'm not the only one, but Finn to me is the odd man out in that group.
Yeah.
You look at everybody else looks like they have that scumminess and that darkness to him, whereas Finn, he's too pretty to be in that group. He's too much of a pretty boy to be in that group. But
he's the underwear model, as I know one of the soup guys brought it up. He's definitely the underwear model, which is no knock to him because dude is chiseled, but he just doesn't fit with the group. And I mean, there were rumors. I mean, you never go on rumors, right? But it will make sense for him to be kicked out and have another new member take Finn's place and then have a feud going that way. At least we will hope, but with everything that's going on now in creative, I'm not that confident. A man could dream, but that would be cool if they can get Finn out, have Finn go babyface, or tweener or whatever. But yeah, they definitely
kick Finn out. Who would you replace him with?
Cross.
That's one, yeah. That's definitely one, and he's not doing much, so it'll definitely help just with the more muscle, and you got Scarlet, and then possibly down the line you can have Scarlet and even though she doesn't have to wrestle, but then you can have like Rhea and then Scarlet have like a thing, and then Dominic can get in, and there's so much stuff you can do with the Judgment Day, like to just let it, like,
would Cross's character fit with the Judgment Day though?
I think it would.
Doomsday, Judgment Day. Yeah, well,
I mean, he fits with the narrative of like his character is supposed to be, I guess supposed to be like a supernatural kind of dark character. So
is it really?
I mean, he comes out in the dark. He'll do these segments where he's in the dark and Scarlet's
supernatural. I don't think he's ever done anything. Well, I'll put it. Scarlet's done something supernatural, but that was in NXT before they got released. So I don't know if this iteration is the same as what we saw the first time we go around.
I think it could work.
I mean,
right.
I mean, no, I'm not saying that I wouldn't. I think it will absolutely. I think it would be great for Judgment Day. I'm just saying for argument's sake. Like I don't know if this is the same Cross that we seen, 2 years ago, 3 years ago. But I may be wrong.
Maybe being in the group can maybe revitalize them.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because like Ruben mentioned, you can do something with Rhea and Scarlet where it's like there's only room for one female alpha in this group. And Scarlet, you better learn your place, or else I'll put you in your place. You know what I mean? Like, do something with that. Or maybe they can just, like, form an unholy alliance and just be these, like, two evil, hot, conniving, goth women.
Yeah, because I don't really see I don't think a feud would... Not everyone has to feud in a group to, like, break up or whatnot. Like, again, I always go back to the Kurz Axel and Ryback, like... You know what I mean? Like when they broke up, they just Ryback's like, oh, I'm going on another singles career again. You know what I mean? It's like, oh well, hey, I understand it, and they just and they just end up just going their separate ways. Like I just wish in wrestling, like not every tag team or faction needs to like break up via like one turning its back on another. Like I just. Like, it's good in most circumstances, but, like, in some cases, like, oh, well, we saw that come for months, and, it's not creative, you know what I mean? So.
Right, and also Scarlett's not really a wrestler at this moment. She's a valet. So
she doesn't need to be a wrestler either.
Right, I mean, she doesn't need to be. It can just be a thing where Rhea is trying to test her, and Scarlett, doesn't back down from her. Rhea just goes, I like you. Like, you're sick and evil like me. Like, do something like that, so... So that
this whole Rhea and Scarlet talk is making me think of unholy things, my man.
Hey,
and
come
just
on!
I'm pondering.
This is a family show.
I apologize, Drew.
This is a goddamn family show. God damn it. Let's see what else happened on Raw. Bianca Belair defeated Dakota Kai in a singles match. Okay match. I'll save the bigger things for last. Seth Rollins defeated The Miz. Bobby Lashley versus Austin Theory ended.
That was a really, really good match, by the way.
Which one?
Seth Rollins and The Miz.
Yeah, it was good.
It was really good. It was really good. I liked it.
I mean, Miz.
You got Seth Rollins and The Miz. When Miz is a good, he's someone that you want to see get beat up. And
like to me, it's like The Miz and Seth Rollins somehow, some way, they have great chemistry. You wouldn't think that they would have it, but they do.
Yeah. Yeah, and all the crap that people will give The Miz, and I mean, I get it, but as someone that's rarely injured, if at all, he's reliable. And yeah, he's wrestled a safe style. He doesn't do all the flips and stuff, but he's there. He's competent. He's a competent worker. Like, it's good to have those kind of people. it's good to have the Miz around. To have a good match, to be the punching bag, to be the media guy. So the crap the crap that people give the Miz is just unwarranted. I mean, I was still kind of happy when the Miz got the WWE title for like a week just for Bobby Lashley to destroy him, but that's what he was. Like that's his place. He's just a transitional champion, just the guy to beat up on. He's the heel, the conniving, sniveling heel that people want to see get his ass beat, and he can work, so that helps, and he has Maurice as his wife, and that's he's a winner. Miz is a winner in my book. I don't give a damn.
Yeah, at the end of the day, like you just said, Miz gets to go home and put more babies in Maurice.
Yes.
So fuck all the haters. But yeah, the Miz to me is just, again, I understand the Miz. Like I'm not gonna sit here and say I'm his biggest fan, but it's like he's somebody, if you're starting a wrestling company, you're gonna want because he's a company man. He's gonna work overtime to put over your up and coming face, your up and coming baby face that you want to get over. And he's always gonna do everything you need to do from him. He's always gonna talk on the morning talk shows. He's gonna go to a new Walmart that's being opened so he can promote WWE. And he's just, I mean, he doesn't really get into any trouble. I mean, earlier in his rookie days, but I thought that was kind of stupid how he was treated, but that's just me. But he's the best guy. He's the guy you want to have for your company. Like, that's just me. Let's see. Like I mentioned, Bobby Lashley versus Austin Theory in a no contest. Bronson Reed came out, so they're continuing that feud. Chelsea Green and Sonya Deville defeated Michin and Candice LeRae. I guess we can talk about the Trish Stratus thing. So Trish Stratus came out and did her promo explaining why she did what she did, and she thinks Becky Lynch is taking too much credit for the women's revolution. She's not anyone's childhood fantasy. She's not anyone's sidekick, which I disagree with one of those things, and you can probably guess why. My penis disagrees, but the promo I didn't think was terrible, but Trish, to be honest, Trish was never the best talker. Even when she was a heel. I mean, she was entertaining as a heel, but she was never, her whole thing was, in-ring work and also sex appeal. I know I sound like a dog for saying that, but I'm just stating the facts. She was never the best talker, but when she came out, I don't know, it sounded like she was speaking to a room full of 8 people.
Yes.
She's out there saying, "I'm no one's childhood fantasy. I'm not a boot to be someone's." She the Canadian accent kept coming out. And she's said a boot and other stuff before, but it was really she was letting it on thick.
That's not the only thing that's thick.
Hello. But yeah, I didn't think the promo was terrible, but it wasn't very good. And I know Kevin Castle pointed out something that was very interesting. He thinks that from the way it sounded, I think they were piping in boos.
Yeah, they were. They were
100%. Yeah,
because you can tell because it was that boo, but it's it sounds like they're doing an extra ooh, where it's boo, 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 and I think it's because nobody wants to boo Trish.
No.
And who said that fucking weeks ago? Me.
It was you.
I said this.
It was you. It was you, Austin.
No one wants to boo Trish. So why turn heel in the first place? No one's gonna boo her. You know what I mean? And her explanation, yeah, she had all the right points, but again, who mentioned this weeks ago? Me. So again, non-creative from WWE. I'm sorry. The women's wrestling in WWE, with exception of NXT, is ice cold, bro. It's cold as fuck. There's nothing exciting to see. There's nothing that's must see. This whole division sucks. I
second that.
bad. You know what I mean? And not to say that the women are bad in wrestling, but it's just that the way that they are being booked and the storylines and everything else is absolutely god awful terrible.
Absolutely. Like, where's Asuka been? Like, I still think that it was a mistake for Bianca Belair to go over, and I like Bianca Belair. I'm a fan of hers. But...
Oh no, I'm not. No, Asuka didn't need to win that.
Oh, really?
Yeah, she didn't need to win.
Right.
And the main reason why I gave is because that, like her character, like when she came out the Royal Rumble, great. Her character changed when she started, doing the dancing again and just spilling goo out of her mouth or whatnot. Like it's too cartoony and not serious badass Asuka. You know what I mean? It's kind of like it's a darker version of her dancing character from the pandemic era. You know what I mean?
And I get that. Yeah. I would rather Asuka, the version of Asuka that I fell in love with in the house show here in New Jersey when we had many. I went to a bunch of house shows out in New Jersey, and like when she was out there, she was whooping ass, and even on NXT television, that's the Asuka I want. Not this dancing, cartoony. Like even I'm getting tired of that portrayal of the character, not of Asuka entirely, but because people cheer. She got a big reaction leading up to Mania, but just this version of her, it's just like she reverted back, and all that hype, all that build up at the Rumble, and then winning at the Chamber, and then just for her, just to revert back and then lose, it's kind of like a regression. And I get it, but if it was the Asuka from NXT, completely different version of her. I will prefer that Asuka over any other Asuka. Probably the Asuka from when she was in Japan, when she was Kana in Japan, but that's too much for WWE television. But at least NXT Asuka, black and gold Asuka, I would love to see, but we're not gonna get that because we already know where creative is headed, and the women's division's like stale, and they have talent, but it's just not enough depth, not enough focus and emphasis on creativity in the roster, and it's just like, what's the point? I just rather go to NXT. I go to NXT. Their women's division is pretty good, for all intents and purposes. That ladder match at Stand and Deliver, that was really good. I was like, whoa, that was a really good match. I was like, holy crap. But yeah, the main roster, like it's hurting. It's hurting. The women's division's like really, really, really hurting, and it's just creative,
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I agree with pretty much everything you guys said. The women's division, outside from a few bright spots, Rhea, and yeah, that's about it. Rhea, I think Rhea's the only like good thing in the women's division right now. Bianca, as good as she is, like she's very. I mean, we've all said it. Like she's very one note as of late. She doesn't need to be a heel because I don't think they're going to turn her heel because at this moment she's their John Cena, their new John Cena. But she needs an edge. Like I don't believe her when she's going out there pretending to be angry because it doesn't seem like she has an angry. But actually, I'll take that back. I think she's capable of being more angry and aggressive. I just think the company or whoever is telling her to be, smiley, happy Bianca.
Yeah,
and it's like this girl fucking not deadlifted, but she lifted Otis on her fucking back.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, where's this Bianca? Like this Bianca can stretch bitches.
Well, I mean, she has lifted up Dewdrop. I mean, I don't think it's nothing physical with her that's changed. It's just her like her portrayal on TV as a character. You know what I mean? So like yeah. So like with lifting up Otis, that's the same thing as lifting up Dewdrop. So I don't really see a difference there.
I guess from a perspective, it's like, a woman lifted a man on her shoulders. You know what I mean? But I mean, yeah, I get what you mean. I guess from the way it sounds now, it's like, well, she lifted Dewdrop, and she's maybe bigger than Otis. I mean, I think Otis is a little bit more thicker, but that's just me.
I mean, I don't want to speculate on a woman's weight. You know what I mean? But yeah, no, I get you.
But yeah, she just needs more aggressiveness. She needs something that makes her want to kill somebody. Something needs to happen to her to like make her realize I'm Bianca, effing Belair. I need to go out there and show these people who I am. Like I'm the women's champion for a reason. So, but I love Bianca. I just need to see more out of her. And then the main event.
I mean, not just WWE, but WWE and AEW just don't know how to book baby faces. So
no, they don't. They don't.
I mean, they can book baby faces. It just depends.
Okay, name me one good baby face in either company right now.
Cody.
He's starting to become stale.
I disagree, but well, that's another conversation. Main event, and speaking of stale, the Judgment Day, Damian Priest and Finn Balor and Dominic versus Kevin Owens, Sami Zayn, and Matt Riddle. And I say stale, and because Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn are starting to get a little stale. Especially Sami.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Like. Yep. That our fear, like that fear of like they won the titles. Now what is happening?
Yeah, people want it. If people want Sammy to take this out for Roman, okay.
Yep.
Like Jesus Christ, people. Like, just listen to us, man. Like just listen to us, because you gotta understand that. Again, this is WWE's problem. Mm-hmm. When someone gets popular, they overexpose the reason why they are popular. So like, Uzi. It was good for like the first couple of weeks or whatnot. Maybe the first month. Then it just kept doing like, and they just kept egging it on. And it's like, oh god. And now it's coming to a point where it's like, oh man, like what's making you popular is making you starting to sound like cringe. Like with Cody, it's like, so what do you guys want to talk about?
Yep.
Oh fuck. Like, you know what I mean? Like I liked it like the first couple of times, right? Even in AEW, we did it the first time, and I guess that's. But it's like now it's starting to like, you know what I mean? It's like, oh man, like you're starting your problem with that again, and. Now you're gonna make a shirt out of it most likely now, and it's like I get it, and it's WWE, and it's the tropes, and it's the catchphrases, and it's everything, but you gotta like use your popularity, what's making you popular sparingly, like the catchphrases or like the little tropes, because if you do it sparingly, the audience is not gonna get tired of it. The first people that's gonna get tired of it is going to be the hardcores, the people who watch this stuff and analyze every week like us, right? Then eventually that's going to catch up with the casuals. You know what I mean? And the last and the people that will still do it is like the really, really, really hardcore marks out there that don't know any better, and like the little kids. You can't blame the little kids though. You know what I mean? Like the little kids are little kids. They're going to like what they like, and so be it, right? But it's just that kind of going back to with like Bianca, right? Bianca right now is just one dimensional, super happy. You know what I mean? Coming out to the ring, even at times like let's say she gets beat down the week before, she comes out next week smiling. It's like, like really, you know what I mean? Like with Sammy, right? Like Sammy, like they're still. I don't know if they did a promo on. I don't remember a promo on Monday, but I know last week it was here on SmackDown or Raw. It was like, oh yeah, we won the tag team titles at WrestleMania. Well, it's been a fucking few weeks now. Like I know that you won the titles at WrestleMania, and like, oh, that was the biggest moment of our lives. Like, okay, we get it. Like, move on. Let's move on. You defeated the Usos. You won the titles at WrestleMania. Great moment, fantastic moment, 5-star match, right? Great moment. However, let's start to move on and let's start to develop the next storyline. Let's not focus on what you already mentioned 2 or 3 times prior already. We know that you beat the Bloodline. We know that you guys are the tag team champions. We know that's one of the biggest moments of your lives. Let's move on to something else different now because that's now the past. Let's focus on the future. So that's my little rant about all that because it's like that's a big problem that WWE has done for years and they just can't seem to get away from it. And that's what's hurting baby faces.
Right, because like they did that to New Day. That's the first example in my head is like when New Day generically, or not generically, but organically got over because they were funny. Well, I mean, they were funny, and it also helped that Xavier had the up down down channel, and people were starting to dig it, and people were starting to like him, and people were starting to like the segments, and it's just that WWE mentality of like, oh, you like the New Day? Let's have them go out there for an hour. Let's have them do 5 segments in the first hour of Raw. It's like, no, save what made them special. Like, less is more. You know what I mean? Like, to me, I think the perfect example, in my opinion, I don't know how you feel about it, of the best booked guy in WWE because less is more, is Gunther. Because they don't have him go out there every single week and wrestle and slap some guy. Like, they save him for the bigger, more high-profile matches, every once a month on a SmackDown, or and of course on a pay-per-view. Triple H. Triple H is not a dummy. He knows this guy has a certain mystique about him. Almost like the Undertaker. Almost that two very different gimmicks. I know, but like he has that aura and that mystique of Undertaker. Of he looks like he's an attraction, and he's going to sell money, and he looks legit. So I'm only going to save him for the big money moments, and if I bring him on TV, it's just to do like a bit or a talking segment or whatever. But they've done a good job with Gunther so far. But I don't know what you guys think about that.
No, you're absolutely right. Gunther is that draw, and he's been built up and gradually over time. And even with the name change, people are seeing his wrestling ability, his presence, his mystique that's being built around him. And he's not overexposed. He's not boring. Like when he comes out, people want to see what's up. And it also helps that, he got into shape and, he looks more leaner, more toned out. And he has a stable back. He's the Intercontinental Champion, and like all his matches so far has been really, really, really good. And that match at Mania with him and Sheamus and McIntyre, like one of the best matches on the card for, out of both nights. Just hands down, like one, like say top 5 matches. That might be like number 1, number 2, just because of, how good it was. And he's gonna be the next big thing. So that's a good example of him being built up slowly versus everyone else that they built up or try to build up. They overexpose, they overuse catchphrases, they're on TV every week, multiple segments, and over the time, people start to resent that. Like, hey, like this person's just like with Drew McIntyre. Like we love McIntyre. I mean, I don't know about everyone, but the majority of people enjoy McIntyre. Like I was a fan, and then when he started to be just overdrawn, overexposed, all over the place, people got tired of him and they wanted him to lose the WWE title. And WWE has done this so many times, and they're gonna do it again. I hope to God they don't, but it seems like they're gonna do that with Cody. That is my prediction. I really hope that doesn't happen, but just based on the track record, it seems like they might do that because they're already having him. They have him booked in a way like sometimes to go and doing different stuff isn't always the best solution. Sometimes you gotta just keep it simple, stupid. You can't try to invent the wheel. Just take your time. Don't rush it. Don't overexpose everything. Be easy. But of course, when you got to strike when the iron's hot sometimes. And with Cody, I'm worried that they're gonna have him just be for the most part just unbearable when he finally wins the titles. I see we haven't got the title. You wanted him to win. Now that he got the big one, y'all don't want him. Y'all don't like him. Y'all don't want him to be the champ. And that's always the thing with WWE when they book their baby faces all the time. It's like they just love it, you know. And I hope I'm wrong about Cody, but
yeah, me too. Yeah,
it's just.
I mean, we want to be wrong. We definitely don't want to be right about this, but it's the same thing about Gunther. I mean, so like I said, so far, I emphasized on so far. I mean, we really hope it doesn't get to that point where we're like, oh, Gunther again. It's like,
Well, I mean, I think the reason why the reason why we feel the way that we feel about Gunther right now is because he's a heel. He's a heel, so it's easier to book him as that.
Right, but
go out there, kick ass, be a badass, don't say much, and just get over with your wrestling matches. But with a babyface, it's harder because like you got to go out there, you got to connect with the crowd, you got to speak on the mic, you got to do all these things. So it's always easier to book a heel over a babyface, right? But do I think a babyface in 2023 can be great? Yes, 100%. It's just that WWE's version of a babyface, I won't say 9 times out of 10, but maybe at least 7 times out of 10, 7.5 times out of 10, it ends up becoming less than when they first start their ascent, right? You know what I mean? So so like I worry when Roman eventually turns face, because he may turn face one more time, right? Officially a babyface. That I worry that he'll not necessarily go back to what he was from before, right? But like he'll try to overdo what made him cool in the first place, right? And to me, like just with WWE Raw is like they are, and AEW for the most part, they just can't book baby faces. They can't book baby faces whatsoever. So
I mean, AEW can't really book heels or either. I mean, look at MJF. MJF, you know, I mean, this is just how I feel. I'm not trying to speak for everyone else, but it's like, you know, back in the day, it's like, you know, MJF is, you know, one of the best guys to watch. Not to say that he isn't now, but it's like his promos are kind of teetering on one note. They're like a combo of like one note and like, you know, what the fuck is he talking about? You know, like when he just started going on these random promos of like, you know, my girlfriend broke up with me and I want to kill myself and I've been bullied and I hate bullies and I heard somebody was bullied. I'm like, what? Like this doesn't sound like it. This doesn't sound like MJF. Like, like is he really writing for himself? And if so, what the fuck is wrong with him? I like the promo he did with Darby last week up until when Sting came in and decided to be everybody's best friend from a 90s sitcom, Sting, which is what I called it. Sting ruined the segment. Whatever. But let's move on to the next topic I have on hand. So we're going back to Trish. Trish was on Busted Open Radio and revealed that she had a partially torn hamstring on working the match. She says, I had a few obstacles. I had a partially torn hamstring, by the way. Nobody knew about that. It was just like WrestleMania, just let it go. I had this injury, so I was a little unsure going in, but man, there's something about feeling at home. I'm adding the boots. Just let everyone know. It's like riding a bike. As you guys know, when we get back in there, your body's like, I got this. Just do your thing. And it just flows. I've kept my health and fitness up, and that always plays into it as well. I am good in those moments. Where the fuck was I? Right. I work well under pressure. I always feel like I have to prove myself every time I go out there. So that was like a big driving force for me that evening, was to go out and prove that I belong in this match, that I belong with these other talented women, that I still belong here, period. So Trish was working, like, not just her, like, she probably shouldn't even been in the match, and I honestly think she was, like, really good in the match. Like, she was, Lita's Lita. I mean, Lita wasn't always the best worker. Lita was more of a high flyer, and her stuff didn't really look that good. Becky was Becky. Bailey was Bailey. Everybody else was fine. I thought Trish was doing really good.
Yeah.
But yeah, she's working hurt. Thoughts on that, guys?
No thoughts. She worked good. She did okay in the match, and I'm glad that she is. Glad that she was able to work the match. And I'm glad the injury wasn't serious. That's about it.
Right.
Yeah, same. I mean, at this point in her career, Trish really doesn't have to prove anything. She's all-time great Hall of Famer. She doesn't need to prove anything, but I get it. But I'm just curious to why. No, shot at Trish or Lita, but we need to be booking, bringing up the other ladies in the division, and I think that just proof that, because the reason why WWE isn't booking the women's division as it should be is because they have no faith. So they had to bring in Lita and Trish, and Trish working, for now, full time. Not exactly full time, but she's on the show. She's on the show periodically, and it's like, you got other women on here. Like, what are you doing? Like, the spot could be going towards someone else to build them up, but of course, no faith, and it just shows. But I'm glad that Trish is okay, and she was the bright spot of the match, because that tag team match was kind of botchy. But Trish saved it.
It was fine for what it was.
I didn't like it, but yeah.
No, it was fine for what it was. Nothing special. It was an attraction. It did its job. But speaking of Hall of Famers that have something to prove, Goldberg wants a proper retirement match. He was on 93.7 The Ticket about how WWE violated an agreement that was in place for his retirement match. According to Goldberg, he and Vince McMahon had agreed upon a proper retirement match for his career that was scheduled to happen after his boot. Oh, wrong person. After his bout with Roman Reigns at WWE Elimination Chamber 2022. However, WWE didn't follow up on the said match, leaving Goldberg disappointed. You can check out some highlights from the podcast below. He said, "I'll stop the rumor mill right now. The reason why these rumors are out there is because Vince McMahon and I had a handshake understanding that after the match with Roman, I would have a proper retirement match. That hasn't come to fruition through them, and nobody puts a stamp on my career. Nobody tells me when I'm done, period, end of story. And at the end of the day, I do believe that my character deserves a proper send-off. Until that happens, I don't believe I'm hanging them up. Anything and everything is an option. Let the rumor mill start up after that." So, Old Man Goldberg wants one more match. I don't know. Anyone wants to add anything to that?
No.
Yeah, I will say this, that there's chances of him that he will be at Wembley with AEW. I was going to leave it at that.
Who's he going to wrestle, though?
I don't know. Maybe Will Hobbs, maybe a Wardlow, someone like that.
Like, I don't know. Orange Cassidy.
No, that's definitely not happening.
Like, can you imagine Tony being like, so Bill, you're gonna wrestle Orange Cassidy. He's my favorite wrestler, and you're gonna sell for his stuff. Goldberg just laughs. Oh, you're serious? Just spear him out of his denim.
Please.
Spear the fuck out of him out of his denim. But I mean, there's a possibility. I mean, if they're gonna at least sell like 40 or 50,000 seats, they need some names. I mean, Punk. I don't think Punk is gonna be enough. They need names. They need like a Goldberg, maybe a Drew McIntyre, which that won't happen, or somebody. Somebody big that's going to bring, put butts in seats, as Tony Schiavone once said.
I honestly don't even think Goldberg is gonna do that much. I mean, maybe because like, oh, that's different. You know what I mean? Because Goldberg in AEW, right? But like, you gotta think about the AEW fans, especially in the UK, are like really, really smart fans. I don't know if they want to see Goldberg in AEW. You know what I mean? So it will have an effect in ticket sales for sure, but like, I don't think it's gonna have an effect with like. The show being talked about in buy rate and all that stuff. I don't know if that's gonna have that type of effect, but yeah, I mean, if Goldberg, decides to, to have one match in AEW, I can only see like a bigger guy, or like a guy that maybe believe it or not, like a QT Marshall, you know what I mean, somebody like that the fans hate. That Goldberg can spear and jackhammer and get out of there in like 3 minutes.
I mean, yeah, if Goldberg is gonna go to AEW and wrestle one more match or do like an appearance, it will have to be like a QT Marshall. Had to spear him out of his boots and just get the crowd happy. To just have him do a match, like a full-blown match, I don't think he will. And a lot of that crowd, they're not fans of Goldberg. So that's, it's still a possibility if they want names to sell out that stadium over there. But I don't know. Like, I still think that Punk and FTR versus the Elite, that's the match I feel that's going to sell.
100%.
Yeah, just because you have like legit story, got legit heat there, and they could turn this monster into some great TV, some good matches, and people will tune in and say, hey, like that's CM Punk, he's back, and the Elite, they're fighting FTR, and who knows, maybe someone will actually get knocked the fuck out. Let's watch it, let's order it. Like, people will go out of their way, like, not to compare AEW with USC, but it kind of has that feel, like that realism. There's a hint of realism, and that's what wrestling needs. It's just too much of wrestling nowadays is too manufactured, too polished. You gotta get just a bit of realism. I think that the more of it that you have, the better people will digest it, versus just, let's just have another match with a bunch of Canadian destroyers and topes and people waiting outside by ringside for the other guy to do a flip on them. And it's like, you gotta have a bit of realism. You can have the spots, but you gotta have that hint of people want to see this person get knocked out. You want that. And I think that the Elite versus FTR and Punk will be that match. Like, it will definitely draw seats, because CM Punk, like, I'm sorry, he drew a good amount. The Elite haven't drawn they haven't drawn in $1 million gate.
Nope.
Like Punk did. And I'm not a fan of what Punk did at Brawl Out, but it's again, it is what it is. Like, there's no one innocent party. Everyone has a share of blame to go around. So my whole thing is, if Punk is willing to cooperate, if the Elite can just get out of there, wet, just pantyhoses, and just work like men. And at work in life, you gotta work with people you may not want to or get along with. It's just what it is. It is what it is, right? So he's got to toughen up and, deal with it, make money, because that's the goal of a company. And they're EVPs, and as EVPs, you would think that they want the company to make money, but I don't know. I guess they're just in it, because just for the status, and hey, we're EVPs and we kick out all our friends' jobs, and have this like a hangout. Like, no, this is a business. At the end of the day, it's a business. It's all about making money. You want more eyeballs. You want more money being made. Do the fucking match.
Right. I mean, it's just. It almost seems like they're afraid to make money.
Oh yeah, of course.
You know, they have a perfectly good idea here, and it's like Tony needs to put on his big boy pants, and it's just like he needs to beg for Punk to come back. Like he needs to offer out his wallet to be like, "I'll give you whatever number you want, just name it."
So I'll say this right now, and I'm surprised we didn't start off with this story first, because to me this is the biggest story of the week, probably of the month. But and if I can knock out these two stories right here, but first and foremost, I don't think it's just Tony Khan that is asking for CM Punk to come back, or this is in the works. I'm more than sure Warner is telling Tony Khan, you need to get CM Punk back. I don't care what you need to do. I don't care how you need to do it, but you need to get CM Punk back, because basically we're paying him and you're paying him for him to be in AEW. We need to get a return back on investment, pretty much. And that's why with this, there's a report that with AEW Collision is going to be a 2-hour show every Saturday night, most likely on TNT, with CM Punk as the top star. And the current thing is right now is that there could be, and this is the latest news that I heard this morning, that there could be a hard brand split with the folks that want to work with CM Punk will be on one show, and on the other show it'll just be the other roster that where the elite will be. So
it's just gonna be like 5 guys.
Well, 5 guys where?
Well, you said one show is going to have the elite people, or I guess people who are friends with the elite, and then just like the other show is just going to be everyone that likes CM Punk.
No. So it's going to be on for the CM Punk show. It's going to be people who don't mind working with CM Punk, or for the people who's neutral, right?
Right.
And on the other side is people who don't want to work with CM Punk whatsoever, and the people who are neutral as well. So the last time we checked is that there's more people who are not fond of CM Punk rather than the latter, right? Mm. And there's been some stories as well that that the locker room is starting to turn around on CM Punk. We don't know the exact story, but this is all coming from Wrestling Observer, right? And there's also been reports that the rumored brand split that's coming to AEW, like I said, it will be harder than originally expected. CM Punk is set to be the star of the show, and also with that he is scheduled a meeting soon with Chris Jericho, Tony Khan, FTR, and perhaps one non-wrestler personality, whoever that is. I don't know who that can be. Maybe Don Callis. Maybe he's trying to bridge the gap together with the Elite and CM Punk. I don't know. But to me, this is the way I look at it, right? Okay, if they want to do a hard brand split, let's talk about the positives about this first. This will get more talent on TV, right? Some of the talent that we complain about every week. Hey, this talent is rarely on television. This will give that talent to be on TV every week on either show. That's a good thing. Good thing, right? The other good thing is that you can possibly split up some of these titles, right? You can have, now this is the one thing I don't like, if there's a hard brand split, that means 2 world champions. I don't know if I like that. You know what I mean? But you can split up the TNT title and the International Championship, right? You know what I mean? You can split up the women's AEW women's title and the TBS title. You can split those up and just have 2 world women's champions in a way on both brands, right? So that could be a positive thing, because that will give a little bit more focus on those particular titles on each show, right? Now, let's talk about the negatives, right? And no one's talking about this, and I don't know why. Okay, so let's say we end up doing the hard brand split. Okay, great. When it comes to pay-per-views, like, what are you gonna do? You're just gonna have them separate all fucking day? Since they don't want to work together, since they don't want to be in each other's backstage, what does that mean for pay-per-views? Does that mean we're going to have brand split pay-per-views now? You know what I mean? Or what does it mean for like an all-out situation, right? You can't. You got to have both rosters together for your WrestleMania per se.
Well, I mean, to be fair, I mean they only do like 4 pay-per-views out of the whole year, so it's just like you only have to see each other 4 days out of the whole year.
But these I get it, and I agree with you. But these guys they're children.
Yeah,
they're children. They're children, right? CM Punk's a child. The Elite, they're children as well on how they are responding to this. Because in the real world, this would not have happened. Right. Like if you work at your job and you don't like somebody, it's like, oh well, tough shit, deal with it. You know, either you deal with it or you don't work here anymore. You know what I mean? In WWE, have you ever heard anything remotely close to this?
No.
Hell no.
Not even iota close. If this were to happen in WWE, it's like either y'all get over it or y'all get out.
Well, because they actually have adults running that place and not a fucking.
Well, yeah, and that's the point that I'm going to get to. Tony Khan, you know, and I'm fair to Tony Khan, right? I'm fair to Tony Khan, probably the most on this show. But right. he does not have a backbone. That's just what it is. Doesn't have a backbone. He needs to put his foot down and say, "Hey, I'm the fucking boss." Either you know, and it's also obviously this is part of your contract that you signed with us. Either you come to work, hey, you know, Punk. Hey, if you're still rehabbing, great. I need to get weekly updates on your rehab and where you're at. I need a full doctor's note. I need a full medical examination for it. If they say that you're ready to come back, I need you back the following week. Period. Or not even. I need you back the following week. I'll call you back once I have creative for you. Once I have creative for you, which is not gonna be that far away. Need you back every week. Hey, I can put you in separate locker rooms. Hey, I can accommodate. I can put you in separate locker rooms, but we're not going to be playing this, you know, hey, you have your own show, you know, they have their own show, we're not playing this shit. Like, it's either you don't, you know, either you suit up or I'm sending you home without pay. Boom. Like, that's just the way, he just needs to clamp down on that. And the fact that he doesn't do that, because I don't know if he wants to hurt people's feelings and get on people's bad side, like, no, damn that. You got a fucking business to run at the end of the day.
Well, I mean,
you can't put feelings into your business. You can't.
Well, Tony Khan's also a very emotional person, and that segues into the next topic. Tony Khan allegedly has a lot of anger towards WWE. Former WCW wrestler Conan has revealed that AEW president Tony Khan's anger towards WWE is extreme, especially after FTR dropped the AAA tag team titles to Dragon Lee, who subsequently relinquished the title to sign with WWE. Conan made this revelation on the latest edition of the Keeping It 100 podcast. According to Conan, he can 100% confirm that Khan's anger towards WWE is real and that he is really pissed off when Dragon Lee beat FTR. Conan also discussed his personal relationship with Khan and how he continues keep things peaceful, given that a number of AA talents are involved with AEW. I can confirm to you that 100% Tony's anger with WWE is real, and he was really pissed off when Dragon Lee beat FTR. He added he had a very civil conversation with Khan about working with WWE for Rey Mysterio's Hall of Fame induction. Khan reportedly understands Conan's relationship with WWE and supports him. He has Pentagon and Phoenix and Taya Valkyrie, and he's got people under contract that we use. That literally started in AAA. I get along with Tony, but I did tell him that I'm going to induct Ray, and he said, yeah, very good, very logical, because he knows we're boys. During the podcast, Tony also compared the heel, and he just continues to talk about Dominic. Yeah, it's just, Tony is just very much like, and I've said this before, he very much has that, you know, where he thinks his company is the only one that should exist, and he just doesn't really, yeah, Maurice is saying he's insecure. I don't think Tony understands how the wrestling business works. Because and I've said this before, I think Tony Khan, in reality, I think he's a very nice person. but I also think that's his detriment, is that he's too nice of a person, and also maybe insecure and also very oblivious to not know how the wrestling business works. It's very much shark-infested waters. Not everyone is going to be your best friend, and it doesn't help that he's constantly taking shots at the competition. And I think what also goes against him in that is the fact that WWE doesn't see him as a threat. But he's not really making his case work for him, where he's constantly doing things against the company. Like, for example, when Billy Gunn was supposed to come out on the Raw Anniversary show to do DX, and then he decides to cancel last second because fuck WWE. I mean, you can probably guess that pissed off Triple H, because that's his boy. And then supposedly it's just a rumor, is Christian was supposed to appear at WrestleMania to do like a Brood thing with Edge, but then Tony Khan canceled at the last second. So the Hall of Fame thing makes sense because the Hall of Fame and Conan doesn't work for AEW, but eventually WWE is going to see him as a threat, and that's going to be bad for Tony. So like Justin just said, just to reiterate, Tony is a nice guy, but he doesn't have a backbone because he doesn't know how to put his foot down and tell these grown ass men, suck it up or go work somewhere else.
Just to kind of go, because I know we're talking about this story here, but just the thoughts about the potential brand split, the potential new 2-hour block on Saturday. Like, what's your guys' thoughts about that? Because I think because to me it's like, do we need another 2 hours of wrestling in the summertime on a Saturday in prime time where people are going to be out, like with their families, like going to movies or at the mall or wherever the case would be? Like, do you really think that's going to be beneficial to AEW, no matter who's on the program?
Nope, it's not.
Nope,
it's not beneficial. Just because you already have so much television time. You have Dynamite, you have Dark Elevation, you have Rampage, you got ROH. And then you have, the pay-per-views, which, they're quarterly. But then you're going to add a Saturday show on top of that. Like, all you have to do is just turn Rampage into a live 2-hour show. You don't need a Saturday show. Use what you have. I think the problem is that with Tony Khan, he can't help himself. Got to make another title. Got to make another show. Got to buy ROH and then make another show with that. And it's like you got all these titles, you got a bloated roster, and you think by making another show it's going to help. And then on top of that, you have executive, you got EVPs, executive vice presidents, who are supposed to be grown men with with a pair of nuts. And instead of them being men and understand that this is a business, number one, first and foremost, you have to, go by your contract, abide by your contract, and do your job. You cannot, you cannot pick and choose who you want to work with. That's just not how things work in life. You are going to have to work with people that you don't exactly get along with. And the thing is with Tony Khan, you guys are right. He's nice, but he's nice to a fault. No backbone whatsoever. He does not know how to, just put his foot down, because he's like I said, you guys said it, I said it, MJF said it in that promo, which was fucking godlike. He's a fucking mark. Like, I've been saying this. MJF has been saying this. This dude's a fucking mark for, not for himself, but he's a mark for, the wrestling business. He's supposed to be in the audience, but instead he's running a wrestling company, and I think he's not fit to be, a leader. He's not a leader. Look what happened at, at the media scrum. look what happened. He sat there while Punk basically, hijacked the media scrum and called out his former world champion and the EVPs of the company. That ain't a leader. He's a boy. You're right, Maurice. He's a boy.
He's a beta,
Yeah.
essentially. Like the whole time, Punk was just. Anytime Tony got a word out, Punk was just like, "Shut up, beta."
So to ask this question about Tony Khan, if Tony Khan were not to ever be around, let's say he never formed AEW or whatnot, would the wrestling business be better or worse? Would WWE be better or worse than what it is right now?
In what sense? Like, do you mean as far
in
as
general? Just in general. Well, would the wrestling business be better if Tony Khan never formed AEW, and would WWE be better if there was no AEW?
I mean, the wrestling business, it helps because you have another place where, wrestlers can go and get paid.
Well, you also have Impact, you had ROH, you had New Japan.
Impact.
No, you're saying, hold on, you're laughing at that. You're laughing at that, but they still get paid there, do they not?
Oh, they do. No, they absolutely do.
Okay. So let's just speculate if Tony Khan was not available, or he wasn't, born, whatever the case may be, would the wrestling business be better, and would WWE be better if there was no AEW?
No, it would have been worse. Like, I can say that 100,000% that if AEW did not become a thing, WWE will be in worse shape.
I think WWE will be in worse shape because I don't know if Cody will even be in WWE. I think he'll probably still be in Japan, perhaps, maybe. You know what I mean? And Ring of Honor would not have the financial issues that they would. Ring of Honor will still be OG Ring of Honor.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So I think Ring of Honor would have been still the second biggest promotion in the United States because you still would have had the Elite there. I think Hangman would have been Hangman Hangman probably made verge over to WWE, right? But yeah, I think with them and the crowds that they were getting with the Bullet Club at that time, I think Ring of Honor will still be doing okay for the most part.
Right. I mean, just going back to Cody, Cody left so he can go and bet on himself, and it worked. He went to Japan for a hot minute. He went to Impact for what was a month, and he started AEW.
Oh, he was there for a while.
Yeah. He was there for a little bit, but to me, it seemed like he wasn't there that long. But that's neither here nor there. But
are you talking about Impact or Ring of Honor?
I was talking about Impact.
Oh yeah. I'm sorry, I was thinking about Ring of Honor. Yeah, no, you're right.
But Impact, Ring of Honor. I think he was in Japan for a little bit. Yeah, he was in Japan for a little bit, and then
definitely was in Japan.
He
was in Bullet Club.
Of course, started AEW, and that experience helped because I think for Cody the idea was to always and eventually go back to WWE, but he felt like he needed that experience and also to earn that. I guess that thought of am I good enough to go back? Because the whole topic of Cody is he needs to earn it, and his whole thing was I need to earn it. So,
but I don't think Cody will be in the position that he is right now without AEW because
no, that's where I was getting. AEW.
Okay.
I can talk all the shit I want about AEW. I don't hate it. There's things I like about it, and there's people I like about it. I think AEW has been good for the wrestling business for the past 3.5 years, 4 years, and because it's helped everybody. It's helped the fans, in more of the I guess more good ways than bad ways, and weird bad ways. But it's helped WWE in some aspects, and again, it's a place where the boys can go get paid. It's another option for the boys to get paid and to get more exposure. I mean, I chuckle at Impact. I don't like to kick Impact with sound because it's Impact, but people still do watch Impact. But AEW I think is, it's a grander scale because it's on a nationally televised network. Not a lot of people have Impact, so, but that was an interesting question that you posed. About AEW hasn't been good or bad. I think for the most part it's been good. For more financial and television aspect reasons and some wrestling reasons. But let me post something to you guys. So, Justin, you brought up the potential brand split for AEW with the Collision show, and that possibly it's going to be a CM Punk, not a CM Punk themed show, but like it's going to be more like CM Punk's going to be CM Punk's going to be the star, and there's going to be CM Punk.
The theme song for Collision is going to be Cult of Personality. That's what the rumor I heard.
That'd be interesting. But like, so I have a list of the AEW roster. I don't know if you guys want to try this, but let's do like our own draft of guys that we think would fit on either Collision, Dynamite, Ring of Honor, or just cut them. You guys up to that?
Yeah, we could do that real quick. Yeah.
Oh yes.
Oh yeah. So I have the list right here. Let's begin. AR Fox. Where has he gone?
You said or cut?
Or cut. If you have nothing for him, cut him.
I like him as a talent, but I just don't see him fitting because he's an older guy. So I'll cut him.
Yeah, cut him.
I like him though, but I just don't see him fitting on either show.
I cut him.
All right. Aaron Solo.
I will put him on Dynamite.
Probably ROH. Put him on ROH.
Yeah, that's not an option.
Guess I put him on. Wait, so it's Rampage, Dynamite, or the Collision show, right?
Just Dynamite and Collision.
Dynamite, Collision, Ring of Honor, or cut.
Oh, you didn't say Ring of Honor.
I did say
okay,
Ring of Honor.
So I'll put him on Ring of Honor then.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, me too. I'll put him in Ring of Honor. Yeah, I didn't know Ring of Honor was a choice.
Well, I mean, I guess it's. I don't want to say Rampage because I don't wish that kind of death on anybody. But cut. Who cares? Bye. Cut. Action on Andretti.
Ring of Honor.
ROH.
Ring of Honor. Adam Cole, baby.
Dynamite. Put him on.
I will put him on. Dynamite.
I'm going to put him on a protein plan first so he can grow some muscle, and then I'm going to put him on Dynamite.
Whey or casein?
I'm sorry?
Whey or casein?
Whatever helps.
Whey.
Alex Reynolds.
Put him on Collision.
Guess I put him on Collision. Yes.
I'll go with Collision. Andrade El Idolo.
Collision.
Yeah, I put him on Collision also.
I don't even think he wants to be there anymore.
I don't think he wants to be there, but I mean, we have 3 choices or 4 choices, so I'm not gonna cut him from my roster. You know what I mean?
I'd say cut him because he wants to leave. So
you don't think that if you were the owner, you don't think that you could have used him on either show? Or
I say if someone doesn't want to be there, then they don't have to be there.
he does. Yeah, I mean, so if you were ranking things, you don't think your locker room would have been? You think your locker room would be the same?
I mean, is anything really different even when he's on? So I don't know if he doesn't want to.
I mean, if you're the one booking it, yeah, it could be different.
I mean, personally, I would keep him because I like him.
Right.
But I just say, as a fan, I'd rather him just go be back in WWE. So I'm just gonna, for fan purposes, I'm gonna cut him. If I'm a booker, I'm keeping him.
Okay.
Angelo Parker.
JAS. We'll go with Dynamite for him.
Yeah, all the JAS guys keep him on Dynamite.
Yeah. Put them all, leaving with Jericho on Dynamite.
The Acclaimed.
The Acclaimed. Put him on
Collision.
Collision. Yeah.
Yeah, you gotta have some star power for.
Yeah, they'll get some people to start watching Collision. So we're up to like 5,000 people now.
Yeah.
Anthony Ogogo.
Cut.
Damn.
He can Ogogo.
Damn.
You know what? I'll pull ROH. ROH.
I like Anthony
a little bit more
Ogogo.
development. ROH.
Yeah, I like Anthony Ogogo. He's wasn't bad in the ring. It's just that there's so many people in that company. No one's getting any like exposure because they.
Well, he hasn't wrestled this year either, so.
Yeah, I will put him on ROH. I'll put him on ROH.
Ari Daivari.
ROH.
Ring of Honor. Fellow Iranian. I gotta give him a job.
Yeah.
The Gun Boys.
The Guns, I am putting them on Dynamite.
Yeah, I mean they've been, really, doing the damn thing. Like
they've been improving a lot. They've been improving a lot.
Yeah, so I'll put them on Dynamite for just rolling with the punches. Put them on Dynamite.
I can see them wanting to go to Collision because I think they, just by how they are, they seem like they actually get it and they don't make stupid mistakes. So I think I don't know, just with that alone, I think they want to be around Punk more. That's just me. Bandito.
I don't see that. I will go with Bandito. Jesus. Well, I'm definitely not cutting him. I'm trying to think if it'll fit better in ROH or maybe Collision. I'm gonna go ROH for him.
I'll put him in Collision.
Ring of Honor. Boulder and Bronson.
Oh, Bear Country. ROH.
Yeah, Ring of Honor. Yeah.
I'll put him on Collision. Big Bill.
Oh man.
So just like AR Fox, I'm gonna cut him because he just doesn't fit nowhere. Not to say that I don't like him. I like him. I like Big Cass. He just doesn't fit in the AEW landscape.
Right.
Yeah, and plus they really don't know how to book, the big men. So if I was running things, I would put them on Collision before I have them on Dynamite. I have them on Collision, but since I ain't running shit, I will cut them, and he can go maybe the NXT. I mean, he's already been in NXT, but I would like for him to go back to WWE, but I mean, Vince will look at him and, have a hard on.
Oh, yeah.
Look at this cock. His cock. I like Justin. I'm going to cut him because he doesn't fit with AEW.
Yeah.
Big Cass. Wow.
You're not soft. Billy Gunn.
I'm keeping with the Acclaim, so.
Yeah.
Keeping daddy ass. No clue who this is. Bishop Khan.
Bishop Khan.
It says him and Brian Cage are the 6-man world tag team.
Oh,
champions.
yes. Ring of Honor. Yes. You said Bishop Khan? Just Khan?
Bishop Khan, Kaun.
Oh, Khan. Oh, he's a local wrestler here in San Antonio. Yeah. He Ring of Honor. Keep on Ring of Honor.
Yeah, if he's a six-man tag champs, yeah, keep him on Ring of Honor. That's another thing. You have guys that are contracted to AEW working ROH, and some have ROH, hardware on them. I would just give them ROH contracts if they already, they haven't done that already. But if they haven't, just to split up the roster, because you need more people on there, just hefty amount of people on there. But I will put him on, just since he has a ROH title, just put him on Ring of Honor.
All right, the Butcher and the Blade.
Dynamite.
I used to like them back in the day. Like they were cool, but again, just too many people to get lost in the shuffle. And then they were in the Matt Hardy's stable, like for the longest, and like you forgot. And then one of them got injured, and I'll put them on Dynamite because they were an OG team.
No, I like them. I don't say I like them a lot, but I do like them for sure. I like them more now than I did a couple years ago.
Yeah.
I mean, they have a look. They at least look like ass kickers. I mean, I would say cut them, see what WWE can do with them. But if I had to keep them, I'd put them on Dynamite, I guess. Blake Christian.
Blake Christian?
He's still listed as a employee.
Is he in GCW?
I don't know. According to Wikipedia, and Wikipedia never lies, he's still on the roster.
well, if he... I don't think that's accurate, but... I mean, Ring of Honor? Is he still signed? Is he? I haven't seen him on... I have not seen him on any type of AEW TV in the longest time, so... Cora Jade did that to him, by the way.
Yikes.
Yeah, he's been too busy cutting his wrist over that.
Oof.
Was that in poor taste? Too bad. But
No.
he lost Cora Jade to Braun Breaker.
Right, and I said it too. I was like, man, you're about to lose Cora Jade. You're not working there anymore. Yeah, that's a wrap for you, buddy.
Yep.
And then Braun Breaker came in. Hey, lady, how about you wrap your arms around a real man? Sound like Uncle Scotty?
Yeah.
Is that how he picks up?
That's a vein. See, that's a vein. That's something you don't have, you fat bastard.
Hey, freak! Who's your man? Where your man at? Tell him Big Papa Pump is about to pump you full of estrogen. I don't know. I don't know what I just said, but yeah. Poor Blake Christian. I'll send him to Ring of Honor. I don't have the heart to cut him. The man's gone through enough.
Yeah.
Brandon Cutlet.
Ugh.
Cutler, he'll be on Dynamite. Get him with the Elite.
Me, I would have him go bye-bye, but he's a stooge, and you need jobbers to, beat up around. So yeah.
Yeah, keep the Stooges with the Stooges on Dynamite. Brian Cage, he's already on Ring of Honor.
Ring of Honor.
I will take him off Ring of Honor and I'll put him on Collision.
All right, Brian Pillman Jr.
Definitely Ring of Honor. Giving him a singles run. Maybe give him a mid-card. If they ever make a mid-card belt for Ring of Honor, do that for him and start building him up.
Yeah, he needs to be on his own because that tag team, wasn't hitting. Definitely, like his best work was with MJF. That whole thing that was great, and then after that, right back down the card. So he needs to be on his own, build him up. So we'll put him on ROH.
I'd say Collision. Brock Anderson.
ROH.
Ring of Honor.
Ring of Honor.
There you go. Brody King.
All of the House of Black I'll put on Dynamite.
Yeah. Every one of them put them on Dynamite.
Yeah, I'll go with that. Bryan Danielson.
Damn.
Collision? I think Collision. I'll go with Collision.
Yeah. I don't know. I think Dynamite should be more like the star power, and then Collision should be like the workhorse. Like, it should be more towards like the workhorse type of deal.
Well, Danielson's kind of like the definition of warhorse or workhorse.
Yeah. Yeah. So he should be on Collision.
Yeah, I'm going Collision.
Yeah, Danielson and Punk can be like the pillars of Collision. Let's see, FTR.
Collision by default.
Collision because they love him. Jericho, he's on Dynamite because the JS.
Yeah,
love the Elite.
Dynamite.
Yeah. Who's ever anti-Punk is going to be on Dynamite. Christian Cage.
Guess. Collision. Put him on Collision.
Yeah.
I'm going to go with. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No, I was gonna say I guess put him on Collision because him, Punk, Danielson, I think would be better teachers. They would actually better train guys instead of just allowing the type of shit that we see from the Elite. So put him on Collision.
I'm gonna put him on Dynamite for me.
Yeah, he's also friends with Jericho, so maybe that comes into play. Christopher Daniels.
SROH.
Yeah, Ring of Honor.
And put him on Collision.
Okay. The Best Friends. What was that?
I mean, all the Best Friends.
Actually, let's go individually. Chuck Taylor. Cut.
I would cut him. Yeah.
I will put him and Trent on Dynamite.
All right. Orange Cassidy.
Dynamite. Put him on. Yeah, we'll put him on Dynamite.
I'm gonna go Dynamite for Orange. Yeah.
My heart says cut him. My head says cut him. So I'll just.
What does your balls say, Drew?
My balls say I want him to just be obliterated at the 9:15 p.m. spot of Dynamite. But I'm gonna save face. I'm just gonna say put him on Dynamite.
Yeah.
Put all the stupid shit on Dynamite. I'll just say that. Claudio Castagnoli.
I mean, isn't he Ring of Honor champion?
I'd say keep him on Ring of Honor. Have him be like the what you call it, like the mentor on Ring of Honor.
Yeah.
So
I'm putting him on Collision.
Okay. We already know where CM Punk's going.
Dynamite.
No. No. Cole Carter.
Cole Carter. 2 Dimes from NXT. He's going to ROH.
Cut him.
Cole Cabana.
Ring of Honor.
Cut him.
Wow.
Dynamite? No, I'm playing.
That was quick.
No, I will put him on. I'll put him on Ring of Honor.
Yeah, for sure.
Danhausen.
I mean, you gotta have some like comedy. You gotta have a little bit of comedy. Just put him on Dynamite.
Yeah, Dynamite.
Punk, for whatever reason, has a soft spot for this guy. So I guess put him on Collision with Punk. So we already went through the JS as a collective, so they're going to be on Dynamite.
Yep.
Both Martin brothers.
When they're not injured, Ring of Honor.
Yeah. One of them was always getting injured, and
Darius got injured twice in like a year span. Then Dante just fucking broke his leg.
Jesus.
WrestleMania weekend. So there's that.
Yeah, they gotta like slow down. They need to go down a few octaves because one of them was gonna like break their legs off, like clean off, or lose their head because they're just going too fast. They're going like 1,000,000 miles per hour.
Well, now Dante's wasn't even going 1,000,000 miles an hour. It was just a stupid spot. It was just an unnecessary Canadian destroyer to the outside of the ring through tables. Like, that's fucking unnecessary.
Yeah,
because Dante wasn't getting injured in regular matches.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. So I don't really think like what he was doing in regular matches was hurting him. He was doing okay. It was just that unnecessary double spot that he did. Darius, however, was getting hurt by tripping over air.
So cut them?
Nah, Ring of Honor.
No, I'm
put them
gonna
in Ring of Honor. Yeah, but if they keep on like if what's his name keeps getting injured, then I have to cut him and just have
Darius keeps
like Dante. I'd rather have Dante at Dynamite or Collision because if he has like a character, like package his character up a little bit, just a little bit. I think he'll be a great Mick Carter, great Mick Carter. But yeah, the team ROH just go.
Cut them because it's just, again, how am I supposed to rely on you if you keep getting hurt? So, bye-bye.
Sure.
Darby Allin. I'd say Collision.
Yeah, you have enough.
I'm going Collision. Yeah,
hokey stuff on Dynamite, so I will have Darby. Darby go on Collision.
Dustin Rhodes. I think he's on his way out, actually. Because his contract comes up in July, so I think he might be heading out and going to WWE to be with his brother.
Yeah.
So I'm putting him on Dynamite for the time being, then.
All right. Here's an interesting one: Eddie Kingston.
Dynamite.
Yeah, we leave him on Dynamite.
Cut him.
I mean, up to me, like the only thing he has going for him is the fact that he has he's got on the mic, but that's it. That's like the only saving grace.
And then he wants to go in there and do his marquee New Japan shtick.
Yeah. I mean, you know what? I can't be nice. I'll fire him. Like, just because, he has out then, in terms of his speaking, his promo skills are really good, but everything else is just hokey from him. And, yeah, so I will just fire him.
All right. Ethan Page.
Collision.
Yeah, definitely Collision.
Evil Uno. Cut.
Yeah, I would have fired him a long time ago. That's just me.
Keep it on Dynamite.
Fuego del Sol.
RH?
RH.
Excuse me.
I'm cutting him.
Ah.
I didn't see that coming.
Yeah, me neither.
Fuck it. Cut him. He sucks.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you don't have to agree with me.
I mean, it's either ROH or cut him. So I'm just going put him in ROH for now.
I don't know. Griff Garrison.
ROH.
Yeah,
Cut.
I'm Ring of Honor.
I'm gonna say cut. I'm just gonna cut everybody. Hangman Adam Page.
Dynamite.
Yeah, Dynamite for sure.
Cut. I'm playing. Dynamite. Hook.
Let's say Collision. He's got to build. They gotta build his character up, or just book him. Just book him right. Get an actual title on him.
Ring of Honor for me.
Ring of Honor. He fits better with Ring of Honor. Private Party.
ROH. Guess ROH. Yeah.
Yeah, Ring of Honor.
We gotta go Collision.
Jake Hager.
I mean, he's part of.
JAS. So there.
Yeah, Dynamite. I mean, to me, I'll cut him because it's like, what has he done there?
I will not only cut him, I will blast him out of a fucking cannon. He sucks. I hate him.
Wow.
I mean, I don't hate him as a person. I just hate him.
Just his character, like, he hasn't done like much.
I guess you don't like his hat then.
Get rid of that stupid fucking Kango hat. It's not cool. I don't know why everyone thinks it's cool. It's stupid. Cut him and burn that fucking hat. Next is Jay Lethal, Ring of Honor.
ROH.
Yeah.
Don't him and Punk have heat or something over AJ?
Yeah.
So,
we'll go
ROH.
Yeah,
hey, we can see a shoot fight. Just you got to get the masses. You got to get them eyeballs. You got to get the masses on to watch. So yeah, I put him in put him on Collision just to see who will knock the other one out.
Yeah, there you go. Jay White, Dynamite.
Collision.
Matt and Jeff Hardy.
Damn, I'll put them on Collision.
Well, I think Matt's very much an elite guy. And,
I'm going Dynamite.
And Jeff.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't think Jeff has any heat with Punk anymore, as far as I know. But I guess put him on Dynamite.
Yeah.
Jeff Jarrett.
TNA, baby! I'm back, baby! I'll put him on, shit, man. I will keep him on Dynamite, take him off TV, put him as a backstage guy.
Yeah, there you go. Let him be an office guy. He has a lot to offer.
Yeah, I would rather have him off TV, but still with the company, for me at least, because he's still wrestling. I mean, he looks fantastic, for his age, but goddamn, like, why are you still wrestling? Why are you on primetime television? This is not TNA during the Asylum days and early Total Nonstop Action days, and sure as hell is not 2000 WCW with NWO 2000. Like, get out, like, go back there and be a corporate guy.
All right, there you go. John Silver, Ring of Honor.
Yeah, ROH.
Yeah,
I like him.
Yeah, Johnny Hungy.
I like him.
Yeah.
I mean, he's got personality, so keep him.
Ring of Honor.
Yeah.
John Moxley, Dynamite.
Yeah, put him on Dynamite. Me, to be in all honesty, I would cut him. I would cut him. I'm sorry. I was a fan of John Moxley when he was Dean Ambrose and in the earlier days, but it's just, I don't know, like, it just seems like he's given free reign to do like whatever he wants. And granted, when CM Punk did what he did, he stepped up, which is cool, but it's like, I don't know, just, you know, he seems like he can do whatever he wants, says what he wants, and there's a lot of drama. There's a lot of drama in AEW, and it's like people that you wouldn't think will cause it or stir it up, they're the ones that are causing it, and it seems like he's stirring up a little bit of drama.
How so?
I mean, that whole thing, on Renee's podcast, I'm just like, the best thing to do, in all honesty, is just not say nothing.
But he felt inclined to say something because of the whole Punk situation, because Punk brought out to him. So he was just kind of, and he didn't even, and again, he spent maybe 5 minutes on that podcast to even talk about it, on when he spent like an hour talking about other shit.
Yeah, and I know that. Like, it was just a pin drop of, he mentioned just 4 or 5 minutes, but it's like, I feel like when people bring up, for the people that talk about, oh, we hate drama, blah, 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 they bring it up. If you are the bigger person, if you're an adult, like, yeah, you gotta defend yourself, understand it, but just the way that he came off about it is like, dude, we get it. You were in a rough time, doing rehab, you came back. Yeah, you wasn't wrestling with a contract, you did a handshake deal thing, and the whole, it's just, I don't know, sometimes I just think that just certain things, like, to pull back the curtain, you don't necessarily need to do that all the time. Sometimes you just need to just keep your mouth shut.
Right.
Because if you don't want drama to perpetuate, don't bring up what someone else said, because then you're just gonna perpetuate it. And, oh, he said this, he said that. It's like, it's just, I don't know, just this whole thing. And again, like I said earlier in the show, no, not one person is, free of any, blame. Like, everyone has blame. But more and more stuff comes out from people behind the scenes in AEW. It's like, Jesus Christ, there's so many children in working for that company because Tony Khan, the man's in charge, is not saying anything. He's not putting his foot down. He didn't put his foot down when the whole thing with, the Bucks allegedly leaking stuff, and then when Hangman went on TV and went off script, he didn't say anything to Hangman then. He didn't say anything to Punk when he did what he did. It's like, yo, and then he didn't, it's just so many things, Eddie Kingston and Sammy, then, like, so many instances. It's like, what is the common denominator here? But that's neither here or there. I just cut John Moxley, just all honesty. I just cut him.
All right.
Well, I'll put him on Dynamite for me, so there you go.
Pretty much anyone who's anti-Punk. Put him on Dynamite.
Yep.
Josh Woods, no clue who that is. Exactly.
I'll put him on Ring of Honor.
Ring of Honor.
Ring of Honor. Jack Perry, Jungle Boy. I'll put him on Collision.
Collision, Dynamite. Put him on Collision.
I will put him on Dynamite.
Juice Robinson.
I guess I put him on. Put him on Dynamite. Yeah.
I've only seen one thing from him, and that was him cutting that promo with Jay White. And I've never heard him cut a promo before, and he sounds like fucking Yosemite Sam for whatever fucking reason. He's out there talking about, yeah, boy, I'm gonna get you, boy. Like, he's doing that shit. I'm like, why are you talking like that? There's gold in their heel. Yeah, boy. Get him.
Lord.
So just for that, cut him.
Ring of Honor.
Keith Lee.
For me, cut him. I just cut him.
Cut him.
Ring of Honor.
Kenny Omega.
No.
Dynamite.
Dynamite. Actually, no. We put him on Collision. Again, you don't have to wait for Wembley. Have CM Punk and all that. Nah, I'm playing. Just put him on Dynamite.
Dynamite.
I'm trying to be the heel tonight, guys.
It's working. It's working so far. You're getting there. Kip Sabian.
ROH.
ROH.
Ring of Honor, yeah.
Kyle O'Reilly. Where the fuck has he been?
Injured.
Damn. Put him on. Guess I'll put him on Collision.
Yeah, put him on Collision. I like Kyle, so put him on Collision.
I will put him on. Yeah, Collision's fine. Yeah.
Takashita.
Takeshita. I'll put him on. Shit. He fits in all three, I think, but I'll put him on Collision.
Put him on. Yeah, put him on Ring of Honor.
Ring of Honor. Lance Archer.
Oh
Collision.
Lord.
Cut him.
Yeah, I put him on. Put him on Collision.
Yeah, he's done nothing in this company, and just
No.
cut him. Lee Johnson.
ROH.
Yeah, Ring of Honor.
Yeah, Ring of Honor.
Lee Moriarty.
Ring of Honor.
You're gonna have two Lees on the same show. Ring of Honor.
I'm gonna cut Moriarty.
Oh damn.
It's like we can only keep one Lee. We already got rid of Keith. Luchasaurus.
Are we keeping him? I mean, if Christian is in Collision, then yeah, we put him on Collision. It's Christian. Him and Christian are still.
Well, I put my Christian on Ring of. I'm sorry, not Ring of, but Dynamite.
Okay, since I put Christian in for me in Collision, I'll put Luchasaurus on Collision also.
Yeah, I'll do the same.
I'll put him on Collision by himself.
Luther. Cut.
I will put him as Ring of Honor off TV, but put him as a backstage guy.
Yeah, just put him in catering and not have him do anything. He sucks. Mark Briscoe.
Ring of Honor.
Ring of Honor, be like a coach. Be their top guy. Which, again, I'm surprised that they haven't put two and two together and realized maybe we can make him a sympathetic babyface to put against MJF, but that's just me.
Nope.
Nah, I don't. I don't even know if he wants to. I mean, I love the Briscoes, but Mark was the one who couldn't cut a promo, so I don't know how that would have worked.
Right. Matt and Nick Jackson, the Young Bucks.
Dynamite.
Collision. Put him on Collision, baby. Nah, I put him on Dynamite, of course.
Dynamite, especially at the 9:30 p.m. hour.
Yes.
So Wardlow can just ass rape them both in the ring.
Yes.
Matt Seidel, Ring of Honor, I guess.
ROH, yeah.
Collision.
Okay. Matt Taven, isn't he already in Ring of Honor?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, Ring of Honor.
I mean, well, they're known as Ring of Honor, the Kingdom, but they were signed to AEW.
Right. Michael Nakazawa, keep him with the elite bitches.
Yep. Just keep him over there.
Mike Bennett, Ring of Honor.
ROH.
Keep him with Matt Taven. I didn't even get to say where Matt Taven was going. I was gonna put him on Dynamite, so okay. I'll put Bennett over there with him as well, with Maria.
Miro. He doesn't even want to be there. Cut him.
I will put him on Collision.
All right. MJF.
I
mean, obviously.
I mean, he's the AEW World Champion, so
cut him.
I mean, I thought I was being the heel tonight. I guess put him on Dynamite.
I'm putting him on Dynamite.
Dynamite. Ortiz.
Damn. Guess we put him on Dynamite.
Is it Ortiz? Jesus.
And I like him. I like Ortiz.
I like Ortiz, I really do, but if him and Santana ain't tag teaming, I don't know what the fuck he's gonna be doing, so I'm probably gonna cut him. Unless if him and Santana, make amends, then, you have a fucking, top 5 tag team in the world, possibly. You know what I mean? But just individually, I don't see any value in them.
Yeah, I'll do the same. I'll cut him. Just for his sake.
Yeah, we'll cut him if they can't reform the tag team. Then we gotta cut him.
Pack.
Ooh. I'll put him on Collision.
Did we miss a couple people?
No, I don't believe so.
Did we miss? We're in the O's already. We didn't say Orange Cassidy.
Well, no, because we.
Oh yeah. Best friends. My bad.
Yeah, I already named the factions as a whole. So
gotcha. Yeah. Pac. I would Ring of Honor for him.
Ring of Honor.
I'll put him in Collision.
All right. Parker Boudreaux or Boudreaux.
I mean, I like him, but oh man, I'll put him in ROH.
My fear is again the theme being that Tony Khan doesn't know how to book big guys. Or I think it's more so that he hates big guys, but whatever.
Maybe
he's the opposite of Vince McMahon.
Yeah, maybe he got bullied by a bunch of big men, so that's why that's his way of getting back at all the heavyweight wrestlers.
I'm gonna have my best friend in denim beat all you big meatheads.
So I'm gonna. I like Parker Boudreaux. I liked him ever since NXT, but I'm gonna cut him because he doesn't fit anywhere.
Yeah, cut him. Send him back to WWE.
Yeah.
The Lucha Bros, Panta El Zero Miedo, and Rey Fenix. Aren't they're both the Ring of Honor tag champions? So Ring of Honor.
I'm gonna put him on Dynamite.
Okay.
Ring of Honor.
Peter Avalon.
Cut.
Shit. Dynamite, I guess.
Powerhouse Hobbs.
After tonight, he should be fucking cut. Jesus Christ, man.
What happened?
Yeah, I saw.
You didn't see?
I didn't see it. I didn't watch the show.
No. Well,
what happened?
Boy.
He lost the AEW TNT title.
To who?
To Wardlow, but still, it's like, what are we doing?
What was the point of him winning the belt?
Winning it, exactly. Like, what was...
I would just cut all the big guys in the company, and that's including Wardlow and Hobbs, just so they can go to WWE and actually get treated like wrestlers and not get treated like fucking morons. But for their sakes, I'm cutting Hobbs so he can actually go somewhere where he's more appreciated.
Go ahead and put him on, Collision.
Collision, but I'm with Drew. Like, there's a pattern here with all the heavyweight guys. Like, they're not being booked consistently.
It's retarded, man. It's really dumb.
Yep. And they're good. Hobbs is really good. Warlow is good. It's like you got people you can build around, but if they're not doing, 15 Canadian destroyers, a bunch of topes, and landing on their necks, then they're not worth Tony Khan's time. Like, is what it is.
Preston Vance.
Preston. Oh, that's number 10, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh, I mean, damn, it's not a big guy. Then they changed his name.
No, it's just Preston Vance.
He's still Preston Vance. Okay.
I don't know if he has like a new nickname, but it's Preston Vance though.
Okay, if I know, it probably was someone else, but just to save him the agony of Tony Khan's booking, I'll cut him. He's not bad, but just again, the track record, all the big guys they just don't know how to book him, so we gotta cut him.
Gotta put him on Ring of Honor.
Same. QT Marshall.
I'll let him have a job, excuse me, so he can just get beat up by Goldberg when Goldberg when he debuts at Wembley. I'll have him stay there, and after he gets beat up by Goldberg in 10 seconds, then we'll cut him.
All right.
Dynamite.
Ricky Starks. Collision.
Collision, because he's a star. It's just they're not like they've been sort of building him up, but he's been a star.
Put him on Dynamite.
Roosh.
And then we cut El Idolo, Andrade. I'll put him in ROH.
Ring of Honor.
Collision.
Sammy Guevara.
I thought all JAS was on
Dynamite.
Dynamite, yeah.
Yeah, put him on. Yeah, I forgot. Sorry. Samoa Joe.
ROH.
Yeah, he's the ROH World Television Champion. But honestly, I'd say cut him and have him be an announcer, because I don't. It's kind of painful watching Joe work because he's not the Joe of old.
Yeah.
Like, he can't go
I
out
will,
there.
I'll take him off TV and I'll make him. Yeah, he could be like the announcer of Collision or something. Like, he'd be color for Collision.
Yeah, and he's good at that. Ruben, did you already give your choice?
We'll put him on Collision.
Right.
Yeah, we'll put him on Collision.
Santana.
As I mentioned earlier, like, it depends if these guys make amends, but if not, kind of.
Same. Yep.
Satnam Singh.
I mean, cut. I mean, I'm kind of. I don't even think he's like that bad. It's just he has no fit here. Cut him.
Cut him. Scorpio Sky.
Damn, he's another good one, but just again, too many people. I will put him on
Ring of Honor.
Yeah, put him on Ring of Honor.
Put him on Collision for me.
Serpentigo.
Ring of Honor.
Ring of Honor.
Kind of.
Sean Dean.
Captain Sean Dean.
Captain Sean Dean, I'm sorry. He's apparently listed as an extras coordinator for AEW.
We'll keep him in the backstage.
Yeah, keep him.
Ring of Honor.
Sean Spears.
the chairman. We can't cut the chairman. Oh yes, we can.
I can. Fuck him. I mean, well, not fuck him because he seems like a good dude. So, cut him.
Dynamite.
Sunny Kiss.
I mean, what has she done? Like, I think Sunny Kiss's win-loss record is like, whew. I'll just cut.
I don't know. I've said it. I said it again. I'm gonna say it again. He can torque his ass out of the fucking building. Bye bye.
I'm gonna put him on Dynamite.
Sting.
Sting.
Collision. Well, I'll say Collision.
Yeah, him and his pom-poms can go to Collision.
Yeah, I'm going to Collision. Yeah.
Stu Grayson.
Stu. I guess. Damn, I guess put him in ROH. I guess.
Ring of Honor. I'll go with Ring of Honor.
Dynamite.
Swerve Strickland.
That's Dynamite.
Dynamite.
Collision.
Dark.
Maurice. Tony Nese.
ROH.
Yeah, that's definitely Ring of Honor.
Ring of Honor. Trench. Who the fuck is that?
Mogo affiliates.
I don't know. Is that the dude with the fucking face tattoos?
Yeah.
Yeah, cut him.
Yeah.
I don't know what he can do, so I haven't seen him. I haven't not seen him do anything, so cut him. I mean,
Cut.
All right. Wardlow.
Just like we mentioned with the big guys, they just being booked inconsistently. I'll just cut all the big guys.
Cut him.
Just
go to WWE. Be a bigger star. Be treated better.
make more money and have Vince, just splash baby oil around you. No, I'm playing. I mean, he probably would.
That was actually Arn Anderson's job.
Okay.
I'll put him on Dynamite.
Well, he was actually the guy with the hose that would just wet people or make people look wet for some reason. God damn it, Arn, where's Wardlow? Vince, do you want the job? You want the job done fast? You want it done right? Now, come on, Wardlow. This is gonna be done a lot quicker if you just cooperate. I love Arn Anderson. Wheeler Yuta.
ROH, but if we're up to me,
Cut.
I mean, I liked them in the beginning, but I just put him on ROH.
God, he sucks. Cut him.
Ring of Honor.
Zach Clayton.
Who was that?
I don't know. Cut him.
Ring of Honor.
All right, that's the men's roster. Go ahead.
Yeah, we put him on Ring of Honor.
All right, now for the women, Abaddon.
I mean, she's thick, but no, cut her.
I like her. She just doesn't fit, so I'm just gonna cut her.
I didn't know this. Apparently, she's non-binary, which that doesn't mean anything. So cut them. Anna Jay.
Dynamite.
Well, yeah, she's part of the JAS, so.
Yeah, her and her medium-sized ass can stay on Dynamite. I mean, she's got a nice ass, but it's not fat. Come on. We've seen fat asses.
Yes.
Athena. Well, she's on Ring of Honor, so Ring of Honor.
Yeah. ROH.
Taking her off Ring of Honor, putting her on Collision.
Well, she's also the Ring of Honor Women's Champion. That's why I mentioned that.
Yeah, but I'm taking the tire off of her. If I was running the company, I'm taking the tire off of her and putting it on fucking Collision.
I got you. Britt Baker.
Dynamite.
Dynamite.
Collision.
Billy Starks.
Ring of Honor.
Ring of
Yeah,
Honor.
I guess I put her on Ring of Honor. Yeah.
She's super young. Like,
The Bunny.
Dynamite.
well, I'm keeping her with the Butcher and the Blade, so that's Dynamite.
Dynamite. Emi Sakura.
ROH.
ROH.
I will put her on. Put her on Collision.
Hikaru Shida.
Kuroshita. I like Kuroshita. I'll put her on Dynamite.
Dynamite.
Collision. Jade Cargill.
Gee, damn. She need to lose that belt. I think Tony Khan is bringing women so she can beat because she's already beating everyone on the roster, well, almost everyone. I'll put her on Dynamite.
Dynamite.
Yeah, Dynamite. Yeah.
Jamie Hayter, the women's champion.
Collision.
Collision.
Same Collision.
Kiera Hogan.
Damn, she's thick. God damn, she's thick. I'll put her on. Guess I'll put her on ROH.
Yeah, Ring of Honor for her.
Ring of Honor. Chris Statlander.
Collision.
Collision.
Actually, wait. Because isn't she... She's going to be the one that's going to beat Jade when she gets back.
Yeah, I was thinking about Dynamite.
So, yeah. So, we'll put her on Dynamite.
Justin's girl, Layla Gray.
My house.
So is that the fifth option?
That's the only time I'm gonna use it. So my house is my answer.
I'll go with Justin's house. That's my
Yes, that's
my
a good pick. That's a good pick. Yeah.
Hey, there you go, Justin.
You guys don't have to do a damn thing. Just come here.
Leva Bates.
Let's put on ROH, I guess.
ROH, I guess. Yeah.
I like her, but I'm a cutter.
Layla Hirsch.
Layla Hirsch. Put her on ROH.
She's legit, by the way.
Yeah. Of course.
All 4'5" of her. Legit Layla Hirsch. Cut. Madison Rain. She's a coach.
Did we give an answer on Layla Hirsch?
I said cut her.
What did Ruben say?
For who? Madison
Layla
Rain?
Hirsch.
Layla Hirsch. I don't know. My place, I guess. You know, my face.
Okay. All right.
I will have her on ROH.
Yeah, I'll go Ring of Honor with her. Yeah.
Be careful, Ruben. She's legit.
So I've heard.
Madison Rain. I guess keep her as a coach because she's already a coach.
Yeah, keep her as a coach. Yeah.
Have her coach on Ring of Honor.
Yep.
Maria Bennett.
Yeah, she's staying with the Kingdom. So
Yeah.
Wherever they go. Marina Shafir. Cut.
I'm gonna give her another shot on Ring of Honor.
Justin, you're too nice.
Hey, I said a couple weeks ago that she had a couple matches that she's starting to improve a little bit. I'm seeing improvement, so
I'll take you at your word. Mercedes Martinez, Ring of Honor.
Yeah, Ring of Honor.
I mean, she fits better in Ring of Honor, but if Collision would probably be a good choice.
Probably with... Yeah, I'm going to go Collision with her. I'm going to go Collision.
What about you, Rube?
Yeah, Collision. Yeah, you can't just stuff all the other women into ROH. You gotta have some for Collision. So put her in Collision.
We'll just send him to Justin's house.
Yes.
Nyla Rose. My place. I'm playing.
Oh, you're gonna get porked another way.
Oh my.
Jesus. She probably has a bigger penis than me. I'm not. Am I lying? You know, I mean, just shit.
You got a point. You definitely got a point.
I'll put her on
Dun-dun-ts.
I'll put her on Dynamite.
Yeah, put on Dynamite.
Yeah, Dynamite. Paige Van Zant, definitely my place. Oof.
Yeah, definitely my place. But but in all seriousness, I'm cutting her.
We'll take turns. No, cut her and send it to all of our places.
Yeah. I mean, what's she done? Like,
she had one match and that's it.
Yeah, cut her, and then some. You just FedEx her, just around the country, just boop boop boop.
Penelope Ford.
It's my house.
my house, my place. Fuck.
But yeah, she's with Kip, so
Ring of Honor.
Yeah.
I had Kip in Ring of Honor. Yeah.
Rebel.
As much as I don't like her and I want to cut her, I'm gonna keep her with Britt. So
yeah, same.
Yeah, keep her with Britt.
Yeah.
I mean, she's thick though, so you gotta. That's like the only saving grace.
Yeah. That improves backstage morale by 10%.
Yes.
Gotta keep thick thighs save lives, people.
Yes, sir.
Red Velvet.
Damn, she's not. She's botchy. She's been improving because last time I remember she was just a botch fest.
She's getting better. She's still young as hell. We'll go Ring of Honor so she could develop.
Yeah, put on ROH. Yeah.
Ring of Honor. Riho.
Well, she's staying on Dynamite, so you know, with where the Elite's at and Kenny's there, and you know.
Yeah, put on Dynamite. It's just that she's like what, just 90 pounds soaking wet, and like just the fact that people have to sell for her is kind of like wow. And I liked her in the beginning, but just the fact that people had to sell for her and all that, like no. But I'll put her on Dynamite.
Cut her. She has done nothing since she's been back. And the fact that, like you just said, Ruben, all these people have to sell for her, and they have to sell for her shitty punches because she can't really work. So just cut her. And don't come to either of our houses, please. Where was I at? Ruby Soho.
Put her on Collision.
Collision.
Dynamite.
Did I say Riho already?
Yeah, you just went on like a 10-second rant about her.
No, I was talking about Saraya. Riho. Send her back to Kenny Omega's house.
Oh, wait. So the rant was about Saraya, not Riho?
Again, I'm tired. It's been a long day.
Oh, I don't know what the hell's going on now.
Yeah, cut Saraya because she sucks. Riho, she sucks. Send her back to Kenny's house. So, And then Ruby put her on Collision.
So
Yeah.
Dynamite. So let me just Dynamite for Rio, Dynamite for Ruby. Saraya, I'll put her on Collision.
For me, I will put Saraya on Collision, Ruby on Collision, and I will cut Riho. In all honesty, I just bye.
All right. Serena Deeb. Keep her on as a coach.
I like her. I like her a lot. I keep her on as a coach
What
just
brand?
because she has a lot to offer. Yeah.
Remember, there's separate brands.
ROH.
Yeah, I'm gonna go RH for her. Yeah.
Yeah, RH. Sky Blue.
Oof. Oh man, my house.
Yeah, I say that's my house too.
My house. And then Collision. Hey
Yes.
Mello.
Well, Sky Blue, Ring of Honor.
Yeah. I put on yeah, I'll put on ROH because she has room to improve. Like she's not terrible. But who's the next one you said, Drew?
I said Tay Mello, but that'd be JS.
Yeah, JS. Yeah.
Yeah, Dynamite. So yeah.
And then my house. Taya Valkyrie.
Collision.
Yeah, put on Collision.
Collision. Thunder Rosa. Collision.
Yep.
No, I'm putting her on Dynamite. Her and Britt. No.
Right? Tony Storm.
Gotta put the yams that are on Dynamite or
I will
Collision.
put her on because I have Ruby on Dynamite, so I'll put Tony on Collision.
I'm going to send Tony to Ruben's house and then her on Collision.
Nice.
Willow Nightingale.
My house, 100% my house.
I mean, listen.
Be like, you ain't going nowhere.
I mean, listen. She's cute looking. She's terrible. I mean, not terrible, but she's really botching the ring. But I will have her in my house. We'll have a wrestling match in my bedroom. No problem.
I'll put Willow in Ring of Honor though, but she before she gets to Ring of Honor, she's gonna be 10 years over here first.
She's going to pay her dues at Justin's party.
Pay her dues and pay her taxes like I'm IRS.
She's pretty good. She's not bad. So Collision. I'll go with Collision. And then Yuka Sakazaki.
Put on ROH, I guess.
Cut.
Collision for her.
That's the entire roster. We went through the whole roster. One last bit of news, and we can get out of here. Big E provides an update on neck injury after 1 year scans. He was on the Battleground podcast. Recently, he said he got scans done on his neck earlier this month. However, he has yet to talk to doctors about next steps. It's just a complicated fracture, he said. I broke my C1 in two places, so that Jefferson fracture is what it's called. It just takes a little bit more time to heal. So we just did the 1 year scans after Mania. It was a little bit later because of Mania. We have to sit down with the doctors at some point and kind of figure out what the next step is. But from my perspective, I feel great. I have no function issues, no pain issues. I've been at the gym since 2 weeks after I broke my neck. I'm just feeling great, and I'm really grateful for all that. And it's just obviously your neck has to be in a certain condition to deal with the rigors of being in the ring on a nightly basis. And Big E noted that he was due to get scans on his neck done in the first week of April. He noted that his injury has been healing fibrously rather than ossifying, meaning it is not turning completely into bone. In order to complete his wrestling career, Big E says he wants to make sure that his C1 is completely ossified. Thoughts on that?
Oof.
Oh, I just hope that Big E recovers well, and it seems like he's doing all the daily activities now, and it seems like he feels healthy, but he just needs to make sure that his neck is fully healthy to wrestle, every day. I don't even think if he comes back, he's not going to wrestle full schedule. There's no way he's going to wrestle. No. He's only going to wrestle on TV, and maybe some house shows every now and then, but it won't be. He won't have that same schedule as everyone else. I seriously don't think that WWE will allow that. No. But at the same time as well, I just hope he's healthy, and that's the most concerning thing. I can care less if he ever gets back in the ring again. The fact that he's feeling more healthy than what he was a year ago is the big thing. Then, but in the context of wrestling, him getting back in the ring, I just hope that. I hope his career just didn't end like that off of a botched belly to belly suplex. You know what I mean? So hopefully he hopefully he feels well. You know what I mean? And hopefully he can be able to get back in the ring soon. You know what I mean? Don't rush it though, for sure.
Yep, absolutely. Don't rush it. Take your time. I'm just glad that he's in good spirits, because Big E is the most positive person that I've ever seen. Just in my life, and that's very inspiring. And I hope he recovers well in time. And just gotta let these things take time. It's very complicated. And thank God for Big E's strong neck that he just works out like crazy. Because if it was like any other person, they wouldn't be walking. So we gotta kind of be thankful for Big E's just the girth the girth of his neck, because the dude works out. He's a monster. Saw that video when he was doing the deadlift, and he had like all the boys in the back like cheering him on, and that was great. I was like, damn, I just hope Big E gets back in the ring in time, because he's awesome. And yeah, I'm rooting for him. I'm glad he's okay, because that was scary. I saw that live, and that was pretty scary. And it happens. Rich Holland, it's things happen. He didn't do it. He didn't do it on purpose. For everyone thinking that, he didn't do it on purpose. Things happen, but I'm just glad he's okay. And he's in good spirits. So we'll just hopefully in a year, maybe he'll be back in the ring. But yep, that's all we can do is wait.
I come to think of it, I remember the same thing happened to Edge. When Edge had his neck injury back in 2003, and it seemed like he was out for more than a year, almost a year and a half.
Yeah.
And then he came back roughly around when they did their draft back in 2004. So yeah, I'm like you guys. I love Big E. Just I can't think of anyone that would dislike the guy. I want to see him back, but again, I don't want to see him rush it. So just take all the time he needs, come back when he's ready, and everyone's going to be happy when he comes back. So
absolutely,
he's very well missed. Justin, did you have any articles on hand that you wanted to talk about?
I have a couple. I can go through them quickly here. That Biggie one was one that I actually had there. So this is from Fightful Select. Hey man, Adam Page is in talks with AEW about a contract extension. Just quickly, guys, do you think that he will resign with AEW?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, most likely. Yeah, I think so too. Unless something, goes haywire, and you never know. So, speaking of contracts, Becky Lynch's WWE contract is up next year. I don't think that. To me, it's really a non-story, because it's either she's gonna re-sign with WWE, or she leaves to go to Hollywood, or she leaves to just be a full-time mom. So, any thoughts about that there for Becky Lynch's contract situation?
Kind of like what you just said. It's kind of like a nothing burger. she's gonna stay. I mean, it wouldn't really shock me if she decides to maybe temporarily retire just so she can, be a mom, or maybe she might ask for a half schedule like Roman. So, I mean, I know that there's been rumors that she's been tied to Hollywood, but I don't know. But if I had to guess, I'd say she's going to stay and maybe want to work a lighter schedule.
Right.
Ruben,
next series. I'm sorry, Ruben. Go ahead. My bad.
Oh no, like I was just gonna say that like either she stays or she just gets a part-time schedule because she is a mom, and mothers, they don't want to be away from their child for too long. Mm-hmm. So I think she'll definitely go the part-time route, but yeah, it's a nothing burger,
All right.
Okay, I have a couple more here, and this is one thing that I did mention a few months ago with at the time the potential rumors about the WWE sales, and I mentioned, ESPN, they need content, and at that time I kind of got like no, ESPN, they don't want any. They're trying to sell. They're trying to get rid of sell certain things, not take in certain things. So I mentioned this a few months ago, and there have been renewed discussions between WWE and ESPN about potentially working together on new projects. Now, what those projects will be, I don't know, but I mentioned that ESPN needs more content, and WWE would be the perfect place for them to have that content. So, but this is from PW Insider, this story here, and again, renewed discussions between WWE and ESPN about potentially working together on new projects. Drew, Ruben, any thoughts about that there, or what do you think that could be?
Maybe they could do like a WrestleMania showcase series, kind of like going behind the scenes of each WrestleMania, and then having the people that participate in it, the wrestlers, referees, crew, things like that. Just like how they felt, going into that night, and just telling stories, things of that nature.
Like a documentary.
Yeah, like a documentary style, because that's a lot of content there. You got a lot of WrestleManias, and now that we have 2-night WrestleManias now, that could be, just double the pleasure, double the fun, and that could be something for ESPN Network, and then they could do the A&E already does that, but maybe more in the sport. They could have guys like Lesnar and things like that. They talk about just have a series about them. So there's stuff they could do. There's a lot of avenues they can go about, especially now that they can have stuff on ESPN. They just gotta go about it. But I think a WrestleMania type documentary series, or just put the WWE 24 series on there.
Right. I mean, kind of do maybe a 30 for 30 for wrestling stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, because I really love the 30 for 30 stuff. The Last Dance one. I mean, they did that for Taker on the network. So I don't know, kind of like what Ruben said, just do documentaries about WrestleMania. Maybe have Stephen A. Smith host a special of the top 100 greatest WWE superstars of all time, hosted by Stephen A. Smith. That would be interesting. Or maybe do a first take, but for wrestling.
Yeah.
That'd be pretty cool. Yeah. I don't see why not. Those seem like pretty good ideas.
Okay. How many more stories? 2 more stories here? Yeah, 2 more stories. This is from Fightful Select and Sean Ross Sapp. Johnny Gargano has re-aggravated his shoulder injury. The injury has gotten worse after the Royal Rumble, and by the time of the NXT match with Grayson Waller, he was severely hampered. The hope is that he can repair the injury with physical therapy and avoiding surgery. So Johnny Gargano's pretty banged up right now with his shoulder. So hopefully he doesn't need to have surgery on that, because that'll be a definitely a momentum killer for him. For him being off TV for extended time, and don't forget about that Elimination Chamber match as well, where he took that nasty bump off the top of the pod. Yeah. So, any thoughts on the Gargano injury or anything there?
Cut him. I'm playing.
Oh yeah, that's right. You hate him. I forgot.
No, I don't hate Gargano, but I mean, I'm not the biggest fan. But it sucks. I mean, there was a point where he really was kind of on TV a lot more and featured in more prominent roles. I mean, whatever works for him. I mean, whatever works. If he needs to avoid surgery at all costs and he can just heal up with just physical therapy, cool. He seems like a good dude. Him and Candice seem like nice people. So I wish nothing but the best for them.
Yeah, same. I know the Grayson Waller match at NXT Stand and Deliver was brutal, and then him in the chamber was pretty gnarly too. So I do hope that he recovers and he doesn't need surgery, because that's just surgery is no bueno. Is you're off the shelf and you got to recover. So hopefully the physical therapy can help and he won't have to be out for too long. But yeah, I mean, he's not a spring chicken anymore. So I think that I didn't do it. That's what I get for talking. That's what I get for talking heel.
Where's Dominic? I'm playing.
He's doing hard time. But yeah, I do hope that. I do hope he gets better, but again, he's not a spring chicken, and he's been wrestling, and I think he needs to take it down a few notches, be on a lighter schedule. That's why I think he should have went to. I mean, we all say this, everyone goes to AEW, but you'll be on there for a few weeks, you'll be hot, and then they bring someone else in, and you go down the card a few notches. So I mean, I think it would have been a great fit, because he would have been taken care of, in the sense that he won't have to work a lot of matches, he won't be on the road as much. But there's a reason why he went back to WWE. That's his choice. So hopefully hopefully he gets better, recovers soon, and no surgery, just physical therapy, because again, like I mentioned, you got to be off the shelf, and it's no good.
Do you think it would be better for him to stay off TV until he gets fully healthy, and also until Ciampa gets fully healthy, and bring him back as DIY again?
Yeah,
I think so too. All right, last story I got here. I don't know if you guys have any comment on it, but it is in the news. Mercedes Moné is in talks with a New Japan Stardom over a contract extension. So the final match of Moné's short-term deal with Bushiroad is set to expire following her title defense against Mayu Iwatani at Stardom's Yokohama Arena show on April the 23rd. So she's wrestling her for the title this Sunday. Be late Saturday night for us. But that's according to Dave Meltzer. According to Dave Meltzer, both sides are in talks to extend the deal for one more match. So, any thoughts about that? And if she does leave New Japan Stardom, or if her contract ends, what do you think will be next for her?
I guess she can go to AEW for a while, maybe a year, 2 years max. Maybe that's pushing it, but definitely a year to get some of the dream matches that she wants to do, and hopefully cross promote Stardom, and have. I think she's going to be at Forbidden Door. That's
I kind of think that she may be at Forbidden Door. Her versus Jamie Hayter will be pretty good.
Yeah, I would definitely see that. Because I'm glad. I'm glad Mercedes is doing her thing, in Japan. Like, I'm glad that she didn't stay with WWE. Like, I know there's other people that think so, but there are more people that are upset. And they're like, oh no, she should have went to AEW right away. Like, no, like you really think that it was a good idea for her to just go to AEW like right off the bat? Just go to Japan, go experiment, have fun, be a little daring, be a little bold, bet on yourself. And she's doing really great. So she will be in AEW, but just give it time. She'll be there at Forbidden Door, and then she'll have like a year run in there, probably as probably AEW Women's Champion, and then drop it to someone. Then she goes back to Japan. Possibly goes back to WWE, but maybe not not right away. Maybe like a year, 2 years after that, because she has so much to do. So I don't think her going back to WWE too soon is a good idea for her. But I'm really happy for Mercedes though.
Yeah, for sure. Drew?
She seems like she's happy doing what she's doing, so can't really knock that. I'll just keep it at that. I actually got some breaking news. I wouldn't really call it breaking news. It's more of an update on a story that's went on for the past few weeks. So Kevin Nash gave his thoughts on the WrestleCon incident involving Rick Steiner and Giselle Shaw. He was actually there. On his podcast, Click This, he says, I haven't really heard anybody tell me what happened. I heard that Shaw kept coming by and stood in front of Steiner's table. I'm not saying anybody is wrong or right. It's not my job to judge. I feel bad. He was wrong, okay? There's no doubt about it. It actually saddens me. It saddens me that some people are just on a different wavelength. Alright. Right. Just saying bye to the wife. On a different wavelength. He didn't realize it until it was done that it wasn't 1993 anymore. It doesn't make him an idiot. Even some very different and brilliant people brought into the QAnon bullshit. Everybody knows my stance. I don't have a problem with anyone's sexual preferences. Everybody's going to get off. Everybody needs to get off. And let's see. Yeah, that's really about it. Justin, I don't think you and me ever really talked about this, or me and Ruben, but yeah, just what's your whole stance on the whole Rick Steiner thing and just Nash's comments on top of it?
I heard this. I heard about this. This went on during WrestleMania weekend, and wasn't a good look. But boy, just to say that out in public, especially nowadays when everyone has a smartphone, and they're gonna record, they're gonna put on social media, and you're gonna be
that reminds me, was there a video ever released?
Was there?
I'm asking
because I'm just going by like what was said. So probably this was recorded or something. If it was not, just probably word of mouth. But
so that's my whole issue with the situation. I'm saying I don't believe her, right? I'm sure that something was probably said, right? But
yeah,
you mean to tell me that all those people there at that convention did not one person pull out their phone and put it on social media? I'll leave it at that.
Yeah, I don't know. Just based on what I heard, when I heard it went down, I was like, oh boy, here we go again.
And WWE hasn't, obviously they haven't done anything about it yet. You know what I mean?
No.
you know what I mean? A lot of people were kind of like attacking Rick Steiner, but there's like no video proof of it as of it. Now, if I see a video of it, or if WWE lets him go, you're from, or like lets go out of the Legends contract. It's not like he's a signed talent or anything like that, but like if we hear things like, oh, you know, Scott Steiner's released from his Legends contract, okay, so be it. Until then, it's he said, she said.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And again, like, if you would have told me Scott Steiner would have said that, okay, I would have been like, okay, you may have a point. You know what I mean? Like, you know, but I haven't really heard of anything with Rick Steiner ever in all the years I've been watching Rick Steiner. You know what I mean? Like, I've never ever taken him as that guy. You know what I mean? Again, I don't know the man, but at the same time, it's like, you mean to tell me Rick was the one that said it, not Scott? Yeah, I mean, yeah. So it is he said, she said. There's no official proof as of yet. If he said it, by all means, cancel him. Wherever the hell you want to do, you know, in 2023, whatever you're going to do, by all means, do it, right? But if we don't have actual proof of it, and we're just going by the word, oh, this is what they said, then we're not giving benefit. It's not fair to Rick. And B, it's not fair to the other person. You know what I mean? I forgot their name, but Jesus Christ, I know they were
Giselle Shaw.
Giselle Shaw, yeah, and Impact, right? Giselle Shaw. So like, it's not fair to Giselle either. So it's like, you know what I mean? It's just like we're just creating that narrative in our head, or you know, or wherever the case would be. It's like, this is said, and well, okay, great, but is there any proof of it?
Right.
Like we're just going by, kind of like with you know, with the whole Enzo. Remember the whole Enzo situation where this woman came out like, oh, you know, he, you know, sexually assaulted me, whatever. Okay, it's like, okay, believe all women, right? Look what happened.
Yeah, well, in that case, there was actually evidence because like the friend of the girl actually posted evidence proving that she was fucking lying.
Exactly. Right.
Yeah.
So yeah, exactly. So it's like. But at the time, though, a lot of people at the time when that story first came out was like, "Oh, Enzo, you sick piece of shit." Da, 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 da. Meanwhile, nothing happened, and it was just made up. Now, again, I'm not saying that Giselle made this up. I'm not saying that. What I am saying is that where's the proof? Yep. If it was said, where's the proof? Okay, all those people there in that convention, no one put out the phone. No one had their phone out to do an Instagram video like, oh, we're meeting the Steiners over in line. You mean to tell me none of that happened? I'm kind of skeptical on that. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
Right.
I'm gonna say this because, you know, I was in the impression that, you know, there was proof, you know, out there because of course everyone. Like, you expect everyone to just pull out their phones. Like, everyone has a smartphone. Everyone.
I haven't seen a video. If someone has a video, by all means, put it in the chat here. But I haven't seen a video.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. If there is, like, you know, where is it? But it's just a lot of hearsay and people just going by what other people said on the internet rather than asking for, okay, if. You know, Rick Steiner said this or did this, then where's the video proof? Where's the eyewitness proof? You know, who's coming forward? You know, where's the proof? That's it. You know, show me the money. You know, Jerry Maguire, show me the money? But obviously no one came forward, and I thought that there was already stuff out if, of course, there was so much outrage during our Mania weekend, because I was like, oh boy, here we go again. But nothing has come out, so this is new information to me. Like, I thought that there was already like evidence out and he's just been ousted, but it just seems like that's not the case. So we got to be really careful. Really got to be really careful when we, you know, go by what, you know, gossip, you know, online gossip and Twitter stuff, because it's easy to get caught in that vortex. It's easy to get caught in the whirlwind that is cancel culture, because just like with Enzo, it turned out that woman was just, you know, a lying bitch, and Enzo got blackballed for a while. I mean, it's a shame, believe all women, right? But then technically, you find out when evidence comes out that they're lying, then suddenly everyone's silent. So I think this might be the case. If no one's coming forward with the evidence, then someone's lying. And I don't want to just accuse people of lying, but there's a trend, and I'm just all about having proof, evidence. Just show me the Carfax. That's it.
The only thing that's on that I can find is a video of Rick Starr being asked about it. He didn't say anything though. He was just, he was. I guess it was actually at the airport. It was him and fucking Lex Luger, and I guess like Lex Luger's assistant being asked about it. He didn't say anything. No, he didn't mention anything. He didn't say anything. So, but again, you can't take that as that. Oh, he's guilty because you never know. Like if he says like, no, I didn't do it, then it's like, oh, he's all right. Like, what I mean? Like, he's clearly lying. Or if he says like,
what you did.
Yeah, if he would have said like, let's say if he would have said, yeah, I said it, then he'll be like, oh my god, like I can't believe he said that. So it's like you can't win in that situation. So that's why he didn't say anything in the video. So that's the only and that's the only thing I see on, at least on Twitter. If it's on Twitter, it's everywhere, as you know. There's nothing there that on the internet here that at least I can find that has that video. So again, it's a sucky situation. If that was really said, that's sad and it sucks, and I'm very sad for Giselle. But at the same time, if there's no proof, it can't really be guilty until proven innocent. It should be innocent until proven guilty.
Yep.
On that note, we are done. We are done for the night. We did about 3 hours and 26 minutes. So you got your money's worth, people. But I want to thank the boys on here, Justin, as always, and Ruben. Thank you for coming on tonight, man.
Of course, anytime.
But go ahead and plug your stuff, guys. Whoever wants to start.
I'll just knock mine out real quick. You guys know where I'm at. Instagram, Spinebuster Tees on Instagram. I post stuff every day on there, but if you're ever in the San Antonio area, Wonderland of the Americas Ball, Spinebuster Tees store, and also as well spinebustertees.com. I got about 20 designs on the website there. I've been not speculating, but I've been brainstorming some new designs that I'll be putting up sometime here in the summer here. But yeah, visit the website. If you're not in the San Antonio area, get yourself a t-shirt. But if you are in the San Antonio area, if you're visiting, come on visit. And we'll talk some good wrestling. We'll talk some good wrestling, and hopefully you'll find yourself a new piece for your collection.
Nice, very nice. You can follow me on Twitter. God bless your soul, Mr. Ruben Prime. TikTok, Ruben Prime and Ruben Prime Media. My podcast, the Ruben Prime Podcast. It's on all major digital platforms. Right now I'm on a hiatus. I got some stuff on the pipeline, and things are we're gonna see how Ruben Prime is after dark. That's still a thing. I still want that to be a thing. Just taking it easy, for now. But you can catch all my other content. Just check out the Ruben Prime Podcast. Mix of current events, pop culture. I'm allergic to politics, but I got the Benadryl for it. And yeah, we just discuss what's going on in the world. And speaking of discussing things, I'm on Drew Yari's Patreon, and we did an episode talking about the Super Mario Brothers movie. Finally got to see it early this week, and
Yahoo!
Wow, we went we went like over 2 hours, mostly talking about the Super Mario Brothers movie on our Patreon show, Culture Attack, and I can't wait for you guys to listen to that on Drew Yari's Patreon. And dudes, ladies, gentlemen, it's $5. It's $5 a month. Yes, inflation's kicking our ass, but $5. It's still $5. Like that hasn't been devalued yet, so you'll definitely get a good value listening to not only Culture Attack with me and Drew, but all the other guys on the Drew Yari cinematic universe. If that's, I guess that's a thing. But yeah, I'm very glad.
The DYCU.
Yes, sir. And I can't wait. I can't wait for y'all to listen to the Mario Brothers episode. It's it got me giddy like a kid, because watching that film, it was like a kids movie, but it was marketed not only for kids but for fans of the Mario Brothers series. So it's an A+ in my book. Like, we thoroughly enjoyed it, and I can't wait for you to listen to that episode. And we got more things cooking. I got more things cooking. Drew has, Justin has. We're cooking. We're in the kitchen. We're slaving on the stove. Chopping up all the ingredients. Making sure everything's measured precisely. So I'm grateful. I'm just grateful for everyone here, everyone that's been on here, and I'm just grateful, guys.
I mean, I'm forever grateful. I'm forever grateful to have this show, have y'all on, Justin, Ruben, of course, RJ, even Jeff, Monty, of course, just everybody that's a part of this universe, so to speak. I'm grateful, forever grateful. I wouldn't trade you guys for anything. And let's just keep doing what we're doing. Let's keep on keeping on, and just make big things happen. Big things popping, as the kids would say. But anyways, guys, Maurice is we're calling this Cooking with Drew. What does that mean? You want to call this episode Cooking with Drew? Whatever. Yeah. But anyways, guys, we will see you next week. And what else can I say but be safe, have a good week, and peace.
Peace out.
Peace.